Edmonton Sports Talk. My God, I loved it.
My name's Jay Milne. #Blue.
Our sports update deliverer, the Coup.
I'm Zachary Kubusch, and you're up today.
You know what, Reid?
You might be honest.
All right, here's what's going on in the nest.
Oh my goodness, we are here and we are ready to go, taking you into the weekend on the Reid Wilkins Show with Jason Milne. Though Milne continues to be off, he will be back on Monday. Oh man, we're going to have some fun today. Colin Mochrie, he's already here and ready to go. Canadian comedy legend in town for the Fringe. He's going to tell you about the show that he's doing. It is at the Argonauts. I was working box office last night. Tickets are at a premium. For this one, of course, it is called Colin Keeps It Fresh. He's going to be in studio in about 18 minutes, all right? So Colin Mochrie, we had him on video last year. We got him in person this year, so that's going to be incredible. He's going to, you know what? I just was talking to Colin. Like me, within the past, well, mine was a little over a year. His was about half a year ago. He had a detached retina. So we've both been through that in the last year and a half. So Colin Mochrie, in studio at about 20 after 3. The Elks play tomorrow against the Toronto Argos, the Boatmen, as some people call them. That's a 1 o'clock game, Play Alberta Field at Commonwealth Stadium. We will have the Green and Gold kickoff show presented by Commonwealth Stadium at noon. That's going to be with me and Matthew Iwanek. I'll be filling in for Jason Milne on that one. And then we'll be on right after the game to break it down as the Elks try to snap their little 2-game losing streak here. They are still 6-3 on the season, so going into the second half of the year, I can tell you this, we're going to have an Edmonton Elk making his CFL debut tomorrow, wearing number 41 in the defensive backfield. Therese Reid is going to play for the first time. Kenny Logan Jr. is out. He usually kind of plays that nickelback position. And we're going to have Cordell Jackson, number 13, sliding over to play that. Anderson in the middle, DeBlanco, the other linebacker. David Beard will play. I think he was limited at one of the practices this week. But the offensive line looking pretty good, and we'll see what the Elks can do tomorrow against a team that can, well, it seems like a lot of plays happen when the Toronto Argos are on the field. So I think that might favor the Elks tomorrow. We'll talk a little more CFL as well with JC Abbott from 3 Down Nation. And a very special guest as well coming up at about 20 after 5 today. I just want to tease this one. It is the Edmonton Marathon on Sunday. So there's a 5K, there's a 10K. I'm going to be in that. There's a half marathon. I don't know if anybody knew this or not. Brendan Erick's at the technical desk. Brendan, our own Hernan Salas from the 1 to 3 p.m. show is running the half marathon tomorrow.
Is he? I've heard rumblings about
Hernan
this.
Salas distance runs.
Oh.
Yeah, did you know this? Because I don't think he's ever talked about it on the show.
Small murmurs.
It's something he doesn't like sharing, but I have found out the inside information that Hernan Salas is on the show. Are you keeping Colin Mochrie comfortable, Coop? All right, very, very special. Oh, well, he's not going to want to come in here and do the show if he's being charmed by Joaquin Gage. Now, but also very cool. Brian Fountain's going to be on the show. I believe this is his first marathon. And he is inspired by his wife, who was recently diagnosed with MS. And he did a massive amount of fundraising as part of this to get ready for the marathon. So we'll get his story, his wife's story, his journey through running and training for the marathon. So that's going to be our Past the Pantry Athlete of the Week coming up at about 5:20 today. You, of course, our wonderful audience, a big part of the show. Here's how you can get in touch. If you use good old-fashioned email, it's reid@edmontonsportstalk.com. Now, Zachary Kubusch is here. Zach's in the bullpen right now, but he's limbering up. He's going to come in after. I told Kub, I said, look, buddy, you got to go to the bullpen for Mochrie. I'm sorry, buddy, but you met him. But he's got to be this. He doesn't need 2 of us peppering him with questions. He's gonna be on. So Coop's gonna slide in at 4. You can email Zach. It's Zach with an H, right? ZACH at edmontonsportstalk.com. That's how you can use good old fashioned email. If you would like to text us, it is 780-218-9999. That is the River Cree Resort Casino inbox. A lot of incredible shows coming up at River Cree Resort Casino. Does everybody know what show I'm going to plug at this time? Is this now become a thing? You go to rivercreeresort.com, you hover over entertainment, you click all upcoming shows. Now, they got a couple shows this weekend. Tomorrow, Kill Switch Engage. That's sold out. All Shook Up on Sunday, an afternoon tribute with the King Elvis Presley. And then August 20th, that's next Thursday, next Friday, August 21st, and next Saturday, August 22nd, it is the Thunder from Down Under. Australia's Thunder from Down Under. Girls Night Outback. Most Wanted Tour 2026. Brandon, have you looked at the pictures of these gentlemen?
I actually haven't. I've heard all about this.
You maybe shouldn't. You might be intimidated, titillated. I don't know.
Tell you what,
they're quite scandalous pictures when you think about it.
We were a group of buddies and I heading out to the bar one night, and we decided to go into this one, and we were, I don't know, surprised, I guess, by the show that they had going on, and it was maybe 3 of those fellas.
Oh, were you the only men in the audience?
We were the only guys there.
You stumbled
and I'll tell
into
you what, it was a loud bar that night.
Right. Yeah.
They put on a show, Reid.
I bet they do.
Yeah, it was in and out for us.
Yeah, these gentlemen, I don't think they own shirts.
When you look like that, you don't need to.
I don't think that's true. I guess if I looked like that, I'd be like, do I need a shirt today?
Nah.
No, we're good. Just oil me up, and I'll go out in public. 780-218-9999 is the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. And, of course, you can listen to us on iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio. Those are excellent audio streaming apps. Keep spreading the word of Edmonton Sports Talk. If you run into other people, they want to know what stations you like, where Dustin Nielsen is. Some people still know. I was saying I had somebody at Rogers Place ask me, what am I doing now? Who saw me yesterday? I mean, I've been here almost 2 years. So let them know about EST, about iHeartRadio, about TuneIn Radio, how easy it is to listen using those apps. And of course, we have the video element on good old-fashioned YouTube. Subscribe to Edmonton Sports Talk if you haven't already. Give each episode throughout the day a thumbs up. So let's click that like button.
Click, click, click. Must you click? Please, please click. Must you click? You must click. Thumb, thumb, thumb.
All right. And you can post in the nasty chat on YouTube. Crepe has posted in the nasty chat on YouTube, says, bring back Jay Milne. Well, Milne will be back on Monday, and I'll be gone. So Crepe will be happy because I'll be taking my vacation on Monday. Crepe, he will be back. Even Jay needs holidays. Even a workhorse like Jay, the glue guy, needs some holidays. And then don't forget, once you've given us a like or subscribed or whatever, don't forget to hit that share button. And they'll generate a link for the show. You can text it and email it off to dozens and dozens of people and get them involved. And remember, you know, I was volunteering at the Fringe last night in the box office. So you talk to your fellow volunteers. So of course, what do you do for a living? And there was one of my fellow volunteers said, "Well, I'm sure you have a good show, but I'm not into sports, so I would probably never listen to it." I said, "Hey, that's fair enough. I respect that. But if you ever want to check it out, it's not all sports all the time. We like to talk about life. We like to make people laugh. And again, this would be the day for those of you out there. Like I always say, help us out, help spread the word. This is really the day you can do that. Because again, in 10 minutes, Colin Mochrie's on the show. We might talk sports with Colin, but we're going to talk about his career, about his life, about being at the Fringe. This is one of those excellent segments that I think is very unique to this show and to Edmonton Sports Talk. So this is, you can tell somebody, hey, look what these guys do. I think this is the #1 Fringe coverage show in the city, the little old Reid Wilkins show right here. The Macho Manitoban was here on Wednesday. He's got the show Randy and Elizabeth, A Savage Love Story. It's at the French Quarter, La Cité, the Café Bicyclette stage. Colin's at the Garneau. So we got everything you need. So that's how you can just help us out. Say, hey, somebody's going to say, oh, I can't listen to a sports station. Well, can't you? You don't want to hear from Colin Mochrie? I think people do. Just saying. So post in the nasty chat on YouTube. Crepe is very happy that Jay Milne's going to be back. Boy, that's Crepe just must feel like that he's being dragged over hot coals, having to listen to old Reid Wilkins by
Friday,
himself. Yeah,
Jay's back.
Yeah, very, very excited. Very excited. But give us the thumbs up. We try to get at least to 100 thumbs every show. I think we should be able to do that today. We got Mochrie. We got your Elks preview. We got an athlete of the week ready to run the marathon. All the big stuff going on we are talking about. Speaking of talking about big stuff, this guy never misses one of the afternoon headlines for 100.3 The Bear, Edmonton's best rock. Stream them on iHeart today. This is Chet Palmer with your sports report. Killam's crew taking on the ugly Argos tomorrow. Hey, Chad Kelly, you're going to need a bigger boat. Bluebirds up against the Bronxy boys. Shane Bieber going to the hill. Bieber? Hey, Zachary Kubusch, is that a top 40 hit in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me? Hey, our own Speedy Salas running the half marathon. Big deal. My brother-in-law runs that far every day. Just trying to get away from his loan shark. I'm Chet Palmer. Afternoon headlines for 100.3 The Bear. All right. 780-218-9999. It's the River Cree Resort and Casino Inbox. Do you know what movie that's from? You're going to need a bigger boat?
Don't.
That's from Jaws.
Checks out.
They needed a bigger boat to catch the shark. Jaws has a shark in it.
Did they get him?
I don't know if I want to spoil it.
Oh, it is pretty new, isn't
Imagine if it ended just like, nope, shark ate everybody. Whole world. Shark devoured the planet. Big planet devouring shark. Unhappy ending in that one.
Learn to breathe on land.
Yeah, you learned how to breathe on land.
That's the sequel.
Land breathing shark. We should
make a
Fringe
show.
That could be our movie. Or make a Fringe show. The land breathing shark.
Probably. Yeah. Is that what, how intimidating that would be?
There it is.
Walking down the street right
That
now.
would be. Yeah.
We think it's Colin Mochrie here. Just shark.
Just happens to be a shark.
Yeah.
Happens to be just a shark.
Want to be a fan of that.
All right. Let's get to, I couldn't print up my show lineup today because Matthew Iwanik's having some trouble with the printer. He's got a toner. It's like, just right.
Uh-oh.
Need a quill pen. I did. Just get me a quill pen, Iwanik. All right. It's fine. I'm really going to be okay. Ottawa, Winnipeg tonight, by the way. Red Black's going to win tonight? Is this the night?
I doubt it.
Okay.
Sorry about
Brandon
it.
Eric's got him down for 0-18. That's okay. So, yeah, I mean, that time of year where a few of us are taking some time off. I mean, Dustin was away earlier this week. Jay's off this week. Benny's off. Yesterday and today. I think Hernan has Monday off to recover from the half marathon. I don't know if you heard that he's running that. I'm going to be off for 2 weeks starting on Monday. So that's going to be the jumping off point for our off-topic topic for William Huff. Since 1952, William Huff has provided industry-leading advertising solutions for thousands of valued clients. Their unparalleled customer service, combined with decades of industry expertise and a desire to make every job the very best can be, is what they call the William Huff Advantage. Visit their website at williamhuff.com or give them a shout at 780-454-4536. So we love audience participation in the off-topic topic. So let's use my holidays here. I'm going to be off for 2 weeks. Tell me something that I should do on my time off. Wrong answers only. Things Reid Wilkins should do on his vacation. Wrong answers only. All right. So those of you who listen to the show may be able to personalize this or have an in-joke or a topic that'll fit into some of the bits or things that we talk about regularly on the show. Okay. So something that I could do on my vacation, wrong answers only. Brendan Eric is grinning at me like a mischievous schoolboy.
Not I.
Bronco Nick wants to know, is the shark's name Galactus? Yes, the planet-devouring shark. El Presidente, my brother and I heading to the tailgate tomorrow. We'll be wearing the EST white hat. Those are very popular. You didn't get one of those, eh?
Not.
Those are extremely popular hats. Those just landed.
They're sharp.
Yeah, they're very sharp. Yeah, you've seen them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody seems to be wearing them.
People like them. Les Sweet says, no wardrobe change for Reid after being on earlier with Gager and Hernan. Yeah, no costume changes for me. This ain't a Fringe play. I should change my shirt for every show. Baptized Big Uke says, go to a costume party. Yes, that's wrong answers only. For the off-topic topic, what could I do on my time off? Casino Dealer J says, have a voluntary colonoscopy. Well, Casino Dealer J, glad that's the first thing you thought of. I feel like Casino Dealer J's been sitting there for weeks, if not months. He's like, I got to work colonoscopy into the show somehow.
Did it pretty well.
I got to type that into the chat. When's my opening, so to speak? How do I work this in?
Some of that oil from the Down Under boys, probably.
Yeah,
preferably.
Right. I got some leftover oil from the Thunder from Down Under. I think I'm fine, mate. I'm quite oiled up. You can use that for something else. Oh, my goodness. All right. So that is the off-topic topic, 780-218-9999. River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. We're going to have a very special guest here in the Canadian Brewhouse studio in about 3 or 4 minutes. By the way, the Canadian Brewhouse, of course, has its wing flavor of the month. It is a beauty for the month of August. It is bourbon peach flame-grilled wings tossed in a rich bourbon peach glaze that blends smooth, smoky warmth with sweet, juicy peach flavor. Get them at all the Canadian Brewhouse locations. Also, don't forget about the Ice House right in Ice District. And every Wednesday, it is 69-cent wings. Jay and I are very lucky. We have been served the wing flavor of the month in studio by Pat Ketty for the last few months. He brought the wing flavor of the month a couple weeks ago. This is a good one. Very original. Smooth bourbon, sweet peach, very flavorful, very fun to eat. And that is the wing flavor of the month, the Canadian Brewhouse. And we are in the Canadian Brewhouse studio. Okay. Brendan's got a sports update. Colin Mochrie is standing by. We're going to spend some fun time with him.
The Elks released their depth chart for tomorrow's game against the Argos. Kenny Logan Jr., Tamari Fox, and Isaiah Knight are out, with Chris Pashula, Carmine Bostone, and rookie DB Therese Reid coming into the lineup. Zach Collaros makes his return after missing 4 games with a neck injury. The 4-4 Bombers play host to the winless Red Blacks with kickoff at 6:30. More football action. The NFL preseason continues with a trio of matchups at 5 o'clock. Broncos at Falcons, Tampa on the road against the Jets, while Washington and Miami kick off. To the Diamond, the Blue Jays close their homestand with a 3-game set against the Yankees. A battle of former Cy Young winners sees Shane Bieber take the bumper to Toronto, while Garrett Cole toes the rubber for the Pinstripes. Around the majors, the Marlins take on the Reds. The Tigers welcome the White Sox, and some interleague play sees the Pirates host the Bo Sox. Round 2 at the FedEx St. Jude Championship sees Scotty Scheffler come roaring to the top of the leaderboard at 11 under after shooting 9 below par on the day. This sports update is brought to you by Paramount Flooring. Edmonton is expecting some changes this offseason, and I'm talking about your flooring. Paramount Flooring brings over 30 years of trusted service and expert installation. Visit their showroom 7 days a week or online at paramountflooring.ca. Colin Mochrie joins Reid Wilkins after the break. My name is Brendan Eric, and you're up to date.
2 guys and a goalie.
Top 6 pods. Do you think he's a top 6 winger?
After last season, I don't think you can not say he's a top 6 winger. After watching the way he plays and how he competes, and even through playoffs, was he the Oilers' best player in the playoffs? He's Hyman light to me, and he's the heir apparent to Zach Hyman, I think.
2 guys and a goalie, presented by GS Construction. Tuesday and Thursday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
We have what you're looking for. GD Liquidators is Edmonton's one-stop shop for new and used warehouse, office, and industrial items since 1987. You'll find what you want when you want it. Give us a call, visit us in store, or check out the monthly auctions at gdliquidators.com. 100% Canadian owned and operated. We have what you are looking for. GD Liquidators.
River Cree Resort and Casino and CFCW present All Shook Up, an afternoon tribute with the King, featuring 3 of the world's best Elvis tribute artists. August 16th in the venue. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com.
River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement. Bet on it.
GCL Diesel has been serving oil country since 1972. From diesel cars to SUVs to pickups. From farm tractors to school buses to a big rig. From diesel generators to forklifts, GCL can test, troubleshoot, and repair all diesel fuel system components. Whether it's injectors, pumps, turbos, filters, or additive, GCL has the parts you need to keep your diesel running the way it should. For genuine diesel parts at wholesale prices, visit GCL Diesel in the West End or online at gcldiesel.com. GCL Diesel. Diesel understood.
The Canadian Brewhouse has a happy hour for any scenario. You finished work early? Happy hour. You finished work because you accidentally hit reply all to the entire company? Big happy hour. Your boss said, great job. Happy hour. Your boss said, per my last email. Ugh, emergency happy hour. You finally closed the big deal. Happy hour. With a huge selection of ice cold drinks and great food, the Canadian Brewhouse has a happy hour for whatever just happened at work. The Canadian Brewhouse. Your day just got happier.
Ready to raise the stakes? At Play Alberta, bigger bets and buy-ins are now available for nearly all live dealer games. From blackjack to baccarat, your favorite tables are waiting to deal you in. Whether you're kicking back at home or looking for some fun on the go, now's your chance to enhance your Play Alberta experience with new elevated stakes. Visit playalberta.ca/EST to learn more. That's playalberta.ca/EST. Must be 18 plus to play. If you gamble, use your game sense.
All right, thanks a lot for joining us this afternoon. Very special guest in studio. I think I was thinking, how do I introduce Colin? You were on the show last year, so do I say repeat guest? Like, are you comfortable with Canadian comedy legend?
Sure. I don't see anything to get upset about there. No, you can build on that too if you want.
Fringe performer.
Sure.
That works. Long-time funny man.
Yeah, I'm trying to get on the back of the $5 bill, so anything you can push would be great.
Oh, that'd be good. Is it the Canadian $5 bill? People color on it and it looks like Spock?
Yeah, I think so.
Laurier,
Wilfrid Laurier in the front.
Wonder what Star Trek character they'd make out of you.
I don't know. Probably a Tribble. That's a deep cut for you kids out there.
Trust me, we have audience members that are going to appreciate that one. I'll tell you what, it's such a big deal having you here. You get a sponsor for this segment.
Oh, geez.
Fired Up for Gemco Fireplaces, proudly serving Edmonton and area for 45 years, the authorized dealer for Napoleon Fireplaces. Whether it's gas or wood burning, look no further than Canadian-made Napoleon Fireplaces. All the Napoleon products you need available at Gemco, 9281 50th Street. We're fired up to have you. Appreciate you coming in. So how many times is this now at the Edmonton Fringe?
Maybe 5. I don't know for sure.
Okay, are they consecutive or total?
No, remember that plague thing?
Yes.
Yes, that put a bit of a dent in our Fringe going. Yeah.
Because I've seen you, I think, the last 2 years. So you were here before that.
Before that, yeah.
So what's the best? I mean, you are a big name. You could pretty much perform wherever you wanted.
Sure. Sometimes I just walk into a space and push the show that's happening. Go, hey.
So what's the appeal of doing a Fringe show, being in front of a Fringe audience?
Well, part of it is, part of it always is being in front of an audience, which is great. And also for me, I get to see friends who I don't see all the time. Like Kevin, who brought me out here, and then, people like Mark Meir and Jacob Bannigan and others who I can't remember right now, but they're important to me. And I get to see shows. And my wife joined me last year. She joined me again this year with my daughter. So we are theater folks. So you get to see shows you wouldn't have a chance to see. Because my schedule usually takes me out of town, so I never get a chance to, check out the theater scene. So, it's such a lovely feeling of community. Everyone is really sort of pushing each other's shows, and everybody supports each other. And it's not like that in the rest of the world.
Like, really? Even other fringes aren't as supportive of others? Other fringes are good, but the rest of it is not.
Supportive.
Yeah.
A lot of, Yeah.
Well, that's what I've noticed. Like my goal for every year, like I usually volunteer, and I saw you briefly last night. One of us was stalking the other there. I don't know what was going on. But when you go to a fringe show, most fringe shows now end with the performance itself ends, audience claps, performers bow, and then they're like, wait a minute. Go to venue 7. Go see my buddy Jack. My cousin Brenda has a show. Go check with which I like. It is a great sense of community.
It is nice, yeah. And it, I think it helps everyone just to keep the arts alive and push people to see live theater not only at fringe time, but for all time. I mean, it feeds your soul. It really does.
So this year's show, you're at the Garneau again, so you get big audiences there. It's called Colin Keeps It Fresh.
Yeah.
So is there an angle to it? Is there something fresh about it this year?
There is. We would not lie in advertising. It's not how we work it. Kevin had this idea where various improv troupes would come in and guest, and I would have to adapt to whatever their show was. So last night we had Gordon's Big Bald Head, and what they do is they get a show from the Fringe program, and they do their own take just from the title.
Okay.
So I had to join them doing that. And then I have no idea who's showing up for the rest of the...
Wait a minute. You don't know who you're going to be on stage with?
No.
That's not normal, is it?
No, usually you do have a sense.
Even if you're improvising, you know
who you're playing with. But that makes it doubly exciting. What I love about it is it actually makes me focus more. When I'm working with guys I've worked with all the time, like the Who's Line people or whatever, you get a little, cozy. And you think, well, let them work for a while and
right.
I'll just come in. I usually know where they're going anyway. But with new people and people I haven't worked with as much, I really have to focus and kind of go back to my early days where, yes, I have to listen to them and to make them look good and keep the story going. So it's good for me.
Okay, so you're based in Toronto, but how many days, months, a year are you on the road? Do you know?
It's not too bad. I think I do like 150 shows a year.
Well, that's quite a bit.
It's usually the weekends I'm out because my family still enjoys me, which is nice. And I try, and every once in a while there's like a 2-week period where I'm out of town, but usually I'm home for most of the week.
Okay, so what percentage of the shows you do now are improv versus sketch or play? I don't know what your full...
I have 2 different tours. One is with Brad Sherwood, who was also on Who's Line. We've been touring for about 25 years now. And we do sort of a Who's Line type show. It's all games that people would recognize. Then I tour in a show called Hipprov with a hypnotist, where he hypnotizes audience members and then I improvise with them. It's really bizarre.
It's
bizarre. It's a lot of fun. Yes, we've taken 2 art forms that people don't really believe in and put them together to come up with one space where they can come and just... But it's our job to try to prove to them, yes, this is actually happening. I think we do it.
Okay, so what's the weirdest thing that's happened with a hypnotized person on stage, or uncomfortable, or...
It's not like what your usual hypnosis show is, where, we make them bark like a chicken. Like chickens don't bark, first of all. Cluck like a chicken, bark like a dog. When you're hypnotized, the part of your brain that deals with self-criticism that says you can't do this or blah, is gone.
Okay.
So they're just becoming pure improvisers where they react to everything I or the hypnotist say immediately. So we do scenes. We have one scene where it's a funeral for their pet. And because they're hypnotized, they have a real emotional, so they're not fake crying. They're actually tears coming out. And every night we have a superstar. One night I sing a duet with someone. I sang with this guy. It was like I was singing with James Brown. He sounded fantastic. He was rhyming. Afterwards, I go out. He's there with his family. They're all crying because they've never heard him sing. And he's just this little timid guy saying, "Thank you so much for giving me the..." It's like, okay.
Did he remember what happened?
Yeah.
He did, okay.
They remember, because I always ask, what's it like? They said, I'm really relaxed. I remember everything. It's just everything you said sounded like a great idea.
Right.
I wish that happened more.
That's amazing. Okay, yeah. So that
I have that. And then every once in a while, some television. I've been sort of a semi-regular in Murdoch Mysteries for a while. And things come out of nowhere, which is nice.
Somebody put in our chat, and by the way, if you have a question for Colin or something you want to know about, throw it in our chat on YouTube. We call it the nasty chat, though. People are quite nice. 7802. Do you have the text line open, Brendan? 780-218-9999, River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. Yeah, Jodes, one of our regulars, says you are the greatest Murdoch Mysteries villain. Now, I didn't watch that show, so I'm sorry. So how villainous is your character?
Oh, pretty villainous. I kidnapped his pregnant wife, and I was going to throw her into a tub of acid or something. Yeah, it's, it's not the parts I usually get cast in, and that's what I love about it. There was also a musical episode where I got to sing a song about killing him. So
you branched out a bit.
Yeah, I was told I sounded like a young Leonard Cohen. Not the one you're thinking of, but it's so he's quite villainous. He's now become almost the last episode I was in, my plan was to rip off his face and exchange it with mine.
Oh, like a Travolta Cage thing. Yeah, okay.
So there were a lot of holes in that plan. I mean, mainly our physical bodies are quite different, and I'm taller than Murdoch by a bit, but it didn't work out for me.
Okay, so when you're playing that character, and again, I apologize for not being familiar with it, but I'm curious.
I'm shocked, Neil. It hurts a little.
I know, it's okay. Are you because you've done so much comedic acting and performing, are you playing it for laughs, or do you put yourself in a villainous mindset, so to speak?
Yeah, I play it. I play it for real. Every once in a while, I try to put a little humor in it because I truly believe that no matter what, someone can. I'm sure there are really funny serial killers out there. A lot of people put humor into their things, and it's nice to have a little twist. And I think it's also doubly creepy with a killer who you kind of laugh at, and for a minute you kind of identify with.
Right.
So yeah. But yeah, I always stick to the script unless they say you want to try something different here. But yeah, I treat it like a real actor would.
Colin Mochrie in studio, Reid Wilkins show here on Edmonton Sports Talk. Okay, so you've had some interesting experiences off stage in the last year. One of which you and I share.
Yeah.
In April of 2025, I had a retinal detachment, had surgery right during the first round of the playoffs, and you went through this when just in the new year.
In the new year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, also it was right after an Oilers game.
Oh, really?
No, it wasn't. I'm not saying the Oilers are
he was
responsible.
so upset at that one penalty kill. His retina detached.
No, I was doing a show and it started, and you wish when you're telling someone that it was, there was a busload of kids that were, and I was trying to save them from but no, it's like, because I got old. So it detached, and it was like the detached didn't hurt at all, but man, the laser it was like getting a root canal in my eye. It was horrific. So I don't recommend it for you kids out there. Take care of your eyes. They'll take care of you.
Yeah, I don't recommend it either.
It's horrible.
Yeah. I'd been warned like in my early 30s that it could happen someday. And then that day, finally hit.
Once I had a doctor say to me, if you were a horse, I'd shoot you.
Oh my goodness.
That's how good that body was going.
That's awful. And then, so you made it through then, or do you still, because I don't have blurred vision, but I have distorted vision in certain parts of my eye.
It's not 100%.
It's like it's warped almost. Yeah.
It makes it hard read. And I'm constantly winking, which, as you're walking through the airport, winking at people, again, disconcerting.
And then you had something with your knee as well.
Yeah, I got my first knee replacement 6 weeks ago. I'm getting another one next year because it was fun. And then I've still got two shoulders I can do stuff with. By the end of the decade, there won't be any of the original Colin Mochrie.
More cyborg or more machine than man. Well, at least, like you said, you got your first knee replacement. So the good news is it caps at 2.
Yeah.
Once you get the second one. Now, were you in a lot of pain, like learning to walk again, or what was it like?
I don't understand why people whine about it. It was pretty uneventful. The pain was never more than maybe a 2 out of 10. I was walking the next day. I was without a cane or a walker like 3 weeks in. So for me, it was fairly simple and stress-free.
Okay, and there's no incredible, fantastic story. Was this just age-related, or is this an old hockey injury? Or
yeah, I was on the '67 Leafs, and once my knees blew out, that was the last time they won the cup.
Yeah, they've never won it without Colin Mochrie.
No, I was backing up Johnny Bauer, who still had better knees than me.
Do you remember? I don't know, how old are you?
68.
So, oh yeah, you'd remember that.
Yeah. My wife says, I could say this. She said, the last time the Leafs won a cup, I was a virgin. And if you knew my wife, I don't know what that means.
Oh my goodness.
No, but yeah. Yeah, she's a major Leaf fan, and her.
So who's the biggest sports fan in the family, or the biggest Leafs fan? Is it you or her?
She was the biggest Leafs fan.
Okay.
I came on board with the Leafs after I turned from Boston Bruins.
You told us that last year.
So, and I have a pretty good life, but I always feel there should be a nice tablespoon or two of misery. So the Maple Leafs have filled that little place for me, because every once in a while, there were the years where it was like, oh, well, there's no chance for this. You go along with that, but it's the ones that give you hope. Those years where you think, you know what, this could be the year. We could be watching history right now.
Yeah.
And it's history of a different kind.
Well, there's a coach the Leafs had that the Oilers are now deciding to have a try with.
You got one of their old goaltenders too.
Oh, Anderson's here now as well. Yeah, a lot of crossover.
You're on your way to something.
What's someone subtracting? 2026 minus 1967. 1990 plus that amount.
I mean, the beauty is, things can change. Who knew? Was it Carolina who won?
Carolina won this year. Yeah. After years of
anyone picked them. Yeah.
Yeah, because kind of for years it was like, they're never going to get over the hump. Well, it can only win in the regular season. And like in Vegas, I was on our noon show. Like Vegas wouldn't have made the playoffs in the other conference.
Yeah.
And then they go all the way to the to the Cup final. Okay, I'm just going to fire a few questions at you from our listeners, and then we'll bring Kevin in as well.
All right,
because he does some crazy show.
He's a good man.
Hampton Steve wants to know if Whose Line is coming back.
Our collective ages are 384, so I'm going to say no. But you never know. I didn't think it was going to come back after the Drew Carey years, so who knows? But I would strongly say no.
Okay. Someone asking, sorry, I don't see your handle here, because on Whose Line you had some guests.
Yep.
And Robin Williams was on.
Yeah.
Was that a highlight to work with him?
That was amazing. He was everything you want someone who inspires you to be. He was incredibly kind to all of us. He was one of those people, he knew all the crew's names within 10 minutes of being there. He was an Oscar winner, and he came on this show and goofed around with us, and it was a highlight for all of us, for sure.
Somebody says, Colin, you've made a lot of guest appearances on almost every great Canadian TV show. You're going to like how this is worded.
Okay.
Which was his favorite, and why was it made in Canada with Rick Mercer?
That led to, when I was on that show, I ended up getting 22 minutes because of that. Because the showrunner ran that show, and I was talking to Peter Callahan, my friend. He said, my God, you've done every show in Canadian television. Why don't you do 20 minutes? Just as the showrunner went by, and I saw this light go off. So I got that. That was a fun show. My favorite, I think, well, I do enjoy the Murdoch Mysteries because it's a character that I don't really get to play with.
Right.
Doing Corner Gas was a lot of fun.
Oh, right.
Great cast. And that was also an episode where they were just making fun of me. So that made it extra special.
So you just go along with it.
Yeah.
Mex in our chat would like you to talk about Ryan Stiles and your relationship. I'd love to be a fly on the wall whenever they get together.
And you would be so bored. It's, let me just say, he is lovely. We've known each other for, oh God, like 50 years now. And we don't stay in touch a lot. I mean, he got in touch after my retina, and I have to keep getting injured before he will text me. But he was one of those people who, he's like an Amish grandfather. Technology is not his friend. I had to friend his daughter on Facebook to get a message to him because I had no way of contacting him. And he's one of those people that we go years without seeing each other, but then when we're together, it's like, I just saw him yesterday.
Yeah.
We do riff off each other, but he's one of those special people in my life who because of him, I got Whose Line. Because of him, I ended up getting Second City through his recommendation, and that's where I met my wife, who hired me. So he's probably responsible for my child too. Oh well.
Yeah.
No, he's good. We were talking earlier about supporting people. He is being one of the most supportive people in my life and other people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm curious, and we're going to bring Kevin here. We'll break and bring Kevin in. You mentioned you're 68 years of age. You've done all this great work, been on all these great shows. And I used to watch that show. Remember House that was on? The doctor,
Yeah.
Hugh Laurie. And he was popular, but that sort of gave him a jolt. And I remember reading or hearing an interview with him, and he was like, when you're an actor, like, you never think it's permanent. Like, he was always like, hey, I'll do this for 6 months, and then he said after like 2 or 3 years of House, he's like, oh, I actually like got a gig that might last a few. Are you still in that mindset that it's like, okay, this is great, but then what?
I mean, Whose Line? I still can't believe it got on the show. Like, the pitch was, there's 4 guys who you don't know, who don't have a show. The audience shouts at them, and then they'll have something at the end of a half hour. Yeah, that's got 22 episodes of that. So I always thought, my first taping, my daughter was 2 months old. At our last taping, she was 33.
That's incredible.
So it really worked out for us beautifully.
Yeah.
And, I'm constantly, I never think, okay, this is it, because, I almost lost an eye and a knee. So I don't know what's going to happen next. But I love the fact that every once in a while something will come up, and there's people like Kevin in my life who are looking out for me for my senior years when that happens. So, but I never think of this as a permanent thing. I always think, no, on to the next job.
Yeah, like Whose Line, if someone would have said 3 seasons, you probably would have been like,
it would have been great.
Incredible. And then it's like 32 or 33 or whatever total in your life. Yeah. I should plug as well, speaking of Kevin, and we are going to bring him in, the movie, and I know people can find it on streaming, How to Ruin the Holidays. So Kevin wrote it, Arlen directed it, you star in it, and like you give a great performance.
Oh,
like there's a scene where, like I saw it at the Argonauts when it played there a couple of years ago. Like the scene where you talked about wanting to confront the doctor, because I think he suggested that your son should be terminated in the womb. Like I teared up when you delivered that.
You.
Like that was amazing.
I mean, kudos to Kevin. He wrote that scene and the way Arlen directed it, and Amber, who played my daughter. That was my favorite scene because it was just a quiet little scene between a father and a daughter, and again, different from what I usually do. So when those opportunities come up, you really want to. First of all, you just want to grab it because it's so great for you, but also you don't want to disappoint everyone. Right. These people have put a lot of work into this movie, and you don't want to go, this is the scene where people went, nope, let's leave.
Yeah.
So Yeah, I love that scene, and I'm very thankful that Kevin wrote it.
Yeah, I like how you put that too, because I found that. I mean, we don't do the same thing necessarily, but I found that the fear of failure can be extremely motivating. Sometimes,
really can.
Yeah, all these other people are here. I better make sure.
Every time, when I left Second City, I thought, well, that's the end of Second City. Who else are they going to get? And apparently, they would find these new people.
Okay, the show is at the Fringe. It is called Colin Keeps It Fresh. So I'm on the Fringe website right now. If you go Edmonton Fringe tickets, and then you can search for events, put in Colin Keeps It Fresh. It'll take you to the page. You can buy tickets online. You can go to the box office and visit a volunteer like me and buy a ticket. I can tell you this, you can't go tonight.
Oh.
It's sold out.
Oh.
But you're there through Thursday?
Yeah, yeah.
Am I on the right page here?
Yep. The 20th.
Well, you got a couple shows tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
The evening one's sold out. You're very popular, apparently.
I really should pay attention to my schedule because that's going to come back to haunt me.
But there are tickets available for most shows, but I would suggest getting them pretty quickly for Colin Keeps It Fresh at the Edmonton Fringe. Okay, we'll call a timeout. Kevin Gillese is who we're talking about. He's in Scratch, which is an improv duo that I like seeing.
Fantastic.
He's going to come. It's going to get really weird when he comes in.
It usually is when a third joins.
Here's Brendan with a sports update.
The Elks released their depth chart for tomorrow's game against the Argos. Kenny Logan Jr., Tamari Fox, and Isaiah Knight are out, with Chris Pashula, Carmine Bostone, and rookie DB Terrace Reid coming into the lineup. Zach Collaros makes his return, missing 4 games with a neck injury. The 4-4 Bombers play host to the winless Red Blacks, with kickoff there at 6:30.
Thanks for noticing.
More football action. The NFL preseason continues with a trio of mashups at 5 o'clock. Broncos at Falcons. Tampa on the road against the Jets, while Washington and Miami kick off. To the Diamond, the Blue Jays close out their homestand with a 3-game set against the Yankees. A battle of former Cy Young winners sees Shane Bieber take the bump for Toronto, while Garrett Cole toes the rubber for the Pinstripes. Around the majors, Baltimore takes off to Tampa. The Nats and the Mets, they meet in Queens. San Diego is in Cleveland. Round 2 of the FedEx St. Jude Championship sees Scotty Scheffler come roaring up to the top of the leaderboard at 11 under after shooting 9 below par on the day. This sports update is brought to you by Say the Reid Sport Medicine. Connor McDavid has a team of specialists, and you've got a bag of frozen peas. At Say the Reid Sport Medicine, get the same locker room approach that's trusted by the best in the game. Call 780-460-9977 or visit their website at saythereidsportmed.ca to book an appointment today. Reid Wilkins right back after the break. My name is Brendan Eric, and you're up to date.
The Oil Stream.
What's one Oilers draft pick that didn't turn out as you would have hoped? Marc-Antoine Pouliot. I'm pretty sure he was a first-round pick, if I'm not mistaken.
He was drafted by the Edmonton Oilers 22nd overall.
Robbie Schremp from Chris Gand. We've got Omark.
Oh, Linus Omark.
Hashtag Anton Lander.
The Oil Stream, presented by Boston Pizza. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons at noon. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
I know I've been crowding you lately. I want to give you your space.
Who are you talking to?
Our basement.
Need extra space at home? Get it back with Sentinel Storage. Try 4 weeks free. Details at sentinelstorage.ca.
At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
River Cree Resort and Casino and CFCW present All Shook Up, an afternoon tribute with the King, featuring 3 of the world's best Elvis tribute artists. August 16th in the venue. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com.
River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement. Bet on it.
Somewhere, someone is sitting on a patio that is literally part of the parking lot. They're hot, uncomfortable, and bored. Do not be that person. The Canadian Brewhouse has a rooftop, real turf, misters, fire tables, patio games, big screens, and zero reason to be bored. This summer, your standards are higher than a parking lot, and you know it. The Canadian Brewhouse, Canada's best patios.
Looking for flooring? Paramount Flooring has it all. Sales, service, and expert installation. With options for every style and budget, open 7 days a week. We've got you covered. Quick delivery and in-stock deals. Plus, EST listeners get 10% off. Visit ParamountFlooring.ca today.
Okay, we're in the Canadian Brewhouse studio. Colin Mochrie is here. He's got a show at the Fringe. Colin Keeps it fresh. Now, if you're on YouTube, there's a gentleman sitting between us. I'm going to introduce him this way, and hopefully Colin will like the story. His name is Kevin Gillese, and I've got to know him through his performances. He's in a duo called Scratch. That's how I got to know you in Ireland. And Kevin is a big Oilers fan. And when I was on Ched, I get a text from my producer or the voice in my ear saying, "Hey, we got this guy Kevin from Atlanta on, but he says he knows you and he's a big Oilers fan." I was like, "Oh yeah, I know who you're talking about." So Kevin comes on. So Rob Brown, the former Pittsburgh Penguin, he still is the analyst there, but we worked together 11 seasons. So Kevin asks a couple questions. Rob and I respond. I throw out a commercial. And we're going through the commercials, and my operator back at the station, because we're at Rogers Place, comes on the talk back to me and he goes, "That Kevin guy is still on the line. Says he has more questions." I was like, "Oh, okay." Like usually when you go to commercial, the caller kind of is like, "Okay, I guess I'm done."
That sounds right. That sounds about right.
I was like, they need to get my take on what's going on with the Oilers. Clearly, as an improv guy, I've got the inside scoop.
Absolutely.
So, but you're a huge Oilers fan. So, what are your hopes this year? Like new goalie, new coach?
I mean, for me, I'm just hoping that they get out of the first round, because I'm pretty sure that's why you lost your retina, because your eyes just could not watch this any longer. So for the sake of your retina, I just hope they at least get through the first round.
They're torn from the headlines and from the back of my eye. Kevin Gillese. So thanks a lot for coming by as well. Thanks a lot for the connection with Colin. So you did you know him before you get him to be in your movie, or how does that work?
Yeah, you know what? I just realized this is about 15 years that Colin and I have been working together now, and the first time was, well, we actually did something kind of related way before that, but in the modern era, I was running Dad's Garage Theater down in Atlanta. And I was at a festival in Vancouver, and I bumped into Colin, and I just said, "Hey, would you like to come down sometime?" And I'm sure he was like, "Yeah, sounds good. Like never gonna happen, but like sure, quit talking to me, right?" And then I followed up, and I got him down there, and I guess we had fun because we've been doing shows together pretty much ever since.
Yeah, it was during a fallow period. No, Dad's Garage, a lovely experience, and again, it comes from the top, and so. Great improvisers and a fun place to work.
All right. So how long have you been in Atlanta now?
Well, I moved down in 2010.
But you grew up in Edmonton?
Yeah, I grew up in Edmonton. I just went out to Toronto for school a little bit. But other than that, I've been
What was your neighborhood in Edmonton?
Riverbend.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I had a hip-hop group when I was 19, and we called our debut album The Blend from the Bend.
Oh, that is clever. Yeah.
Oh, God. Colin looks horrified.
What was the second album called?
I don't think we made it that far. I don't think we had a follow-up album. It was one and done for us. We had to retire as champions of hip-hop.
So, but this is really cool. What's Arlen Konopacki?
Arlen Konopacki, yeah.
How long? So you guys have been Scratch.
Yeah.
And where is he living now?
He lives in Los Angeles.
He's in LA. Was he in New York for a while?
He was in New York for a long time, but he got a fancy new job. He's like the chief creative officer at Lyrical Media, which means he's getting to work on A24 films and cool stuff. Yeah, he's doing really cool stuff.
So you guys, your careers are going well, and you always come back. to your little old hometown and do the Fringe? How come?
Well, for me and Arlen coming back to do Scratch, it's just like if we didn't have Edmonton Fringe, I don't think we'd be doing it anymore. And it's like allows us to maintain our creative relationship. And for me, it's a chance to see family. But now also it's like the time of year I get to do shows with Colin too. So it really comes down to relationships. You know, you want to see the people.
All right. Now, and I talk about you guys, but can you give your description of what Scratch? Because I was telling Colin during the commercial, when my buddy, Christian Zip, who I think you know, he took me to Scratch in like 2007. I was like, they're not going to improv a play. Like that's insane. But you do that. You improv a play, and it usually makes sense. Well, ish.
Yeah, there's a certain logic to it for sure. I mean, look, we just try to get some suggestions from the audience, and then we just try to create a play, like you said, with lots of characters, lots of memorable moments, you know, stirring speeches, friends become enemies, enemies become friends, you know, all the tropes. We just toss them in a blender and try to have fun.
All right. Mex says he thinks he used to see Kevin in theater sports back in the day. Did you do that?
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I was the artistic director at Rapid Fire here for a few years. And so I started doing theater sports in the late 90s, and I did until I left for Dad's Garage. So
now is Dad's Garage all improv or is it all comedy?
It's all comedy. We do improv and sketch and plays and all kinds of different stuff.
Does Atlanta have a Fringe? What do they have?
Atlanta has a Fringe, but compared to the Edmonton Fringe, it's just a little baby.
Right, because we're still second to Edinburgh, right? And
yes.
Winnipeg's pretty big. Is it Orlando that's big?
Orlando's pretty big in the States, yeah. And then in Australia, there's Adelaide is quite big as well.
Have you been to that one?
Nope. But I've been to the Melbourne and Sydney comedy festivals, and so I heard the rumors of the power of the Adelaide Fringe.
I got to show you. Where's my website here? Sorry, I don't know. Look at what's coming to the River Cree Resort and Casino from Australia.
Oh, the thunder from down under.
Oh yeah,
yeah. They don't have shirts there. I guess they don't own shirts in Australia.
That's what I just call it when I rip a fart in the bed. Called the thunder from down under.
So, a question for Colin.
Yeah.
When you're on stage with somebody, and as you told us for your show here, Colin Keeps It Fresh at the Fringe, you don't know who you're going to be on stage with. Obviously, it's your job to work with everybody and support them and you know, entertain people. But how do you know, okay, this person's a good improver? Like they got the chops, their experience. Like, can you sense that right away when someone starts a scene with you?
Yeah, I mean, usually. I mean, you usually walk into this right away with 1,000 times a lot of trust.
Right.
So you walk in going, I trust this person. They know exactly what they're going to do. So you kind of endow them with all that. And you can see immediately when somebody sort of returns that trust, you go, okay, this is going to be good. And it doesn't always mean they're going to be super funny, although certainly can, but they keep the scene going and make interesting choices and are listening to you and holding you up and working with you. They're listening. They're doing everything you're supposed to do as an improviser.
Blaine texting in 780-218-9999 River Cree Resort and Casino inbox says, I love Colin. I still pronounce, I don't know this one. I still pronounce Backstreet Boys like he did on Whose Line. What sound does an Arctic turn make?
You know,
me and Reid don't know the bit, so you got to fill us in.
When you do 30 years of improv, there are times people come up and they'll say, a cat. And I'll go, yeah. This one, just because so often people have mentioned to this, it was during a greatest hits, and Ryan said, hey, our next guest, hey, our next group is the sound that a bird makes. Guess what the bird is? And I went, a tern, an Arctic tern? And he went, okay, what sound does an Arctic tern make? And I went, Backstreet Boys. Thank you.
So you still remember that one. Okay.
Yeah. It's a classic.
That's a good one. All right. So, the Edmonton Fringe. So Kevin's in Scratch.
Yep.
Colin is in Colin Keeps It Fresh. Mm-hmm. And do you want to plug anybody else? I got a little game for you guys. Do you want to give anybody else a shout out?
Sure. I mean, I'm also hosting the Late Night Cabaret, so if you want to catch tickets to that. And I don't know, what's your favorite?
There's Three Ladies is good.
Great improv group.
I heard Dinner
Party. Yeah. Murder She Improvised. I'm not in that one, but my scratch counterpart, Arlen Konopaki's in that, and that's a show from Atlanta. Ooh, and my buddies from Atlanta, you know what? I should shout these guys out. My buddies from Atlanta are up for the first time, so we're trying to give them a warm welcome. Their group is called Blackground, and it's an all-black group from Atlanta, and they're really funny, really cool guys, so check them out as well.
Have you played your hip-hop album for them?
Absolutely not. Not a chance.
I did not know that. That's an amazing. The River Blend? Is that what it was?
The Blend from the Bend. Our group was called The Blender, and our album was called The Blend from the Bend.
Sounds like a coffee.
You know what? It's the only coffee that ever put people to sleep.
Okay, so I couldn't have you guys on without doing a brief improv game. I'm going to make it. It's just, I don't even know. Is this something I came up with? Sports related. I did a little hockey thing for you guys last year. We'll just do 2 or 3 lines each. So there's the football game tomorrow, Elks against the Argos.
Okay.
Something you don't want to hear from a teammate in the huddle.
I just ate some lettuce from Taco Bell.
Good one. You'd think I'd have something.
Well, let's see. Let me keep riffing. Things you don't want to hear from a teammate in the huddle.
What's our record?
That's a good one.
I don't know. I just want to go in a completely different way and be like, guys, I'm sad.
It's time to share.
Yeah, it's not now, dude. Not now.
20-second clock.
Keep it together until after the game, then we can talk about your feelings.
Yeah.
All right.
But really, if you come see our shows, this is what we do.
All right. You guys are great. Again, thank you for taking the time to come in studio. First of all, that's an honor for us because you have a show. What time is your show tonight? I really got to stop having all these tabs open. Is it 9 tonight?
Yes.
You got ADHD tabs, Wilkie. Just tabs on tabs on tabs.
What is tonight's show? 2,100 100 hours.
9 o'clock.
I love how the Fringe uses military time.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm selling tickets last night, and people are like, "Yeah, I want a show for 145," and I'm like, "So 1575." I'm like,
"We got to 75 somehow." He added. This is in Newfoundland because he added an extra half hour.
Is the show in Gander? What's going on? So Colin keeps it fresh at the Fringe. Scratch at the Fringe. Kevin Gillese, Colin Mochrie. You guys are wonderful. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you.
Great to see you, Wilkie.
Here's the 4 o'clock break.
The Lock Shop.
Where are you at on this Elks Argos spread?
I do like the Elks to cover 3.5. I wonder if this is the game that we see Justin Rankin kind of break out a little bit. It's been a while. And I think we'll see a lot of points tomorrow at Colmole Stadium. Chad Kelly knows how to sling the ball. I don't think Chad Kelly's going to throw the ball to the Edmonton Elks 4 times. They've got a nice receiving core. No pull. Jake Herslow is going to have his first start.
The Lock Shop, weekday mornings at 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
You've always known GCL Diesel as the experts in diesel fuel systems, but did you know that GCL is also your source for turbochargers and turbo repair? As a turbo supplier for Garrett, Borg Warner, and Holset, GCL can provide genuine original equipment turbos at wholesale prices. Whether it's diesel, gas, natural gas, or performance, we can provide you with the turbo or custom repair you require. Turbo questions? We've got turbo answers. Visit us in the West End or online at GCLDiesel.com. GCL Diesel, turbochargers, understood.
Looking for a delicious meal without the hassle? Head to Pasta Pantry in Sherwood Park, your home of the game day meal. From handcrafted fresh pasta with rich homemade sauces to ready-to-heat family meals, Pasta Pantry brings authentic Italian flavor straight to your table. For over 30 years, Pasta Pantry has served hot, delicious comfort food made right in our kitchen. We do it fast so you can slow down. Visit Pasta Pantry in Sherwood Park today and taste the difference fresh makes. Pasta Pantry, real food, real fast, real good.
Kickoff is coming. Are you in? August 15th. Elks, Argos at Play Alberta Field at Commonwealth Stadium. It's Family Day presented by Goodwill Industries of Alberta. Youth 17 and under get in free for an early afternoon contest. Conditions apply. Plus, come experience a surprise halftime that will be sure to pop. Every catch, every tackle, every touchdown. The best way to experience it is being there when it happens. Edmonton Elks. Our city, our year. Tickets and info at goelks.com/tickets.
Time for a new career in 2026? Or maybe your kid is still pondering their path. Good news! Weiss Johnson is hiring. It's Dennis, and not only are we hiring for heating and air conditioning, we're also looking for experienced plumbers and gas fitters. With the growth in residential development, there's no shortage of opportunities at Weiss Johnson. Choose your path with us. Learn from one of the industry leaders, and we will grow together. Receive great benefits and school reimbursement as well. Visit weiss-johnson.com today.
You've heard the name, but what does it mean? For over 66 years, William Huff Advertising has supplied signage from screen printing to digital to LED with design, production, and install in-house. It's a one-stop shop for all your signage needs. Edmonton owned and operated, William Huff has been trusted by the biggest companies and teams in the City of Champions and many others across the country to do the job. If you're looking for a way to get the word out about your company or event, they are the answer. Go to www.williamhuff.com. Their results speak for themselves.
The Elks released their depth chart for tomorrow's game against the Argos. Kenny Logan Jr., Tamari Fox, and Isaiah Knight are out, while Chris Pashula, Carmine Bostone, and rookie DB Therese Reed come into the lineup. Zach Collaros makes his return after missing 4 games with a neck injury. The 4-4 Bombers play host to the winless Red Blacks with kickoff at 6:30. More football action. The NFL preseason continues with a trio of matchups at 5 o'clock. Broncos at Falcons. Tampa on the road against the Jets, while Washington and Miami kick off. Over to the Diamond, the Blue Jays close out their homestand with a 3-game set against the Yankees. A battle of former Cy Young winners sees Shane Bieber take the bump for Toronto, while Garrett Cole toes the rubber for the Pinstripes. Around the majors, the D-backs take off to Atlanta for a fresh series. Seattle heads south to Houston, and the Angels look to keep things rolling against the Royals. Round 2 at the FedEx St. Jude Championship sees Scotty Scheffler come roaring to the top of the leaderboard at 11 under after shooting 9 below par on the day. This sports update is brought to you by Windsor Plywood Leduc, locally owned and operated, serving Leduc and the surrounding area for over 30 years. Windsor Plywood has doors, flooring, baseboards, and of course, plywood. Go see the knowledgeable staff today at Windsor Plywood Leduc. Reid, joined by Koob right now.
All right, thanks a lot for joining us this afternoon. That was Colin Mochrie in studio. Colin Keeps It Fresh is the show at the Fringe. We also had Kevin Gillese here. He is in the show Scratch. He and Arlen Konopaki, they're a duo that takes suggestions from the audience and do a 1-hour play out of those. They're hilarious. A lot of options to go to the Fringe, but those are going to be 2 excellent shows. Zach Kubusch now joining me in the Canadian Brewhouse studio. Koob, thanks for going to the bullpen while Colin Mochrie was here.
Well, I wasn't going to say no, Reid, when the legend like that came in studio, and plus Kevin, who's just seems like a phenomenal guy, very funny just in conversation as well, and I'm sure he does great improv work. Haven't seen much of his stuff, but even in the bullpen during your first segment there with Colin, had a great conversation with him, and Joaquin Gage was around. I would have just loved to have been a fly on the wall during that conversation, having Colin, Joaquin, and Kevin in a circle chatting around. But Colin Mochrie looks pretty good in that Edmonton Sports Talk hat.
Got him a hat. Yeah,
their way. So maybe they'll be wearing it tonight for the show.
Yeah, you never know. That may make an appearance on stage. Yeah, and Colin, I mean, that was the first time I met him in person. We had him on our show last year. Like, he's so down to earth.
Yeah,
I mean,
no
he's a guy who's worked hard, doing what he loves, and has got to do it for a while. And yeah, I mean, it's a great story about how long, whose line is it anyway? Though he doesn't think it's going to come back one more time. But that was a very, I really pleased how many texts we got, and obviously thanks for sending stuff in, guys. I couldn't get to every single message, obviously, but people referencing like, hey, that was funny that one time you did this, or hey, can you ask Colin about that one show or all that type of stuff. So that was pretty fun. 780-218-9999 is the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. Don't forget to check out the River Cree mobile app. It's free to download. Get exclusive offers and promotions. Get show tickets. Make reservations for hotel rooms and restaurants. It's safe, secure, and it's easy to use. And the website is rivercreeresort.com. Of course, you can post in the nasty chat on YouTube. We love having you there. If you are on YouTube, click that thumbs up button. Koob, I'll play the song again, because I know you didn't get to sing along in the first hour.
Click, click, click. Must you click? Please, please click. Must you click? You must click. Thumb, thumb, thumb.
All right.
I got a bit confused though when I was looking at the Fringe tickets for sure. Like 1,500. I was like, what time is that?
Right. And the thing is, when you click on the day of the show, you have to click on the day of the show before you know if it's sold out. On the it doesn't show sold out on the calendar. But then when you click on the individual performance, then it's red. Once people look on the website. So tonight, Colin is sold out tonight, right?
I'd imagine so. I was asking.
It tells you right here. Look, it's red. Yeah. So tomorrow, Colin Mochrie has a 1:00 show at the Garneau and a 7, but the 7 is sold out. Mm-hmm. Okay. He's got 2 shows with tickets available on Sunday at 3 and at 9, and then he has shows Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I think there's still tickets available for most. For all of the programs. I was looking on when I was there. The whole shift wasn't busy last night, and the tickets are dwindling. And let's face it, there's going to be a Reid Wilkins show bump here.
Oh, for sure, big one.
Sure, Colin Mochrie needs that. Somebody sitting around like, we have to check out this Mochrie guy. Never heard of him before.
Who's that? Yeah, exactly. I even had people tune in who, don't regularly view the program, but I knew that they like comedy, and I told them, hey, Colin Mochrie's on the show, and they're like, yeah, I'm going to be tuning in. So I'm sure we got some other viewership as well coming the other way from Mochrie. But even as you mentioned, he's very down to earth. I was talking to him. He said, of course, his first show, Colin keeps it fresh here at the Edmonton Fringe. First show went well yesterday, and I was like, so was it a packed house? And he just went, I don't know, Kevin, was it? And even a few of the questions that you asked him, he was like, oh, like, really? Like he was not playing coy,
and plus you got to go do a good show no matter what.
Exactly.
10 people, 10,000. If they're in your audience, they deserve a good show. That was an absolute thrill to have Colin Mochrie in, and Kevin Gillese as well. And I am. I guess I'm working tomorrow, and then I'm off for a couple weeks, and I'll be doing a lot of fringing. So I did my first volunteer shift last night, 8 to midnight. Not overly busy, which I didn't think it would be. Certainly after 10 o'clock. I mean, there are shows at 11 and midnight, but it's still a weeknight. But yeah, it's interesting volunteering. I was in the central box office there outside the Westbury Theater, the Arts Barns, whatever they're called. So there were 5 people until 8, and then there were just 3 of us after 8. Only one person takes cash. Like it's quite cashless, as you would expect. So I didn't have to do any math, just print people's tickets. But people still want tickets. I mean, yes, there are online ticketing, and I mean the tickets I've bought so far, I have done online, and then they're in my Google Wallet. But I'll use the box office. But it is interesting, and this happened last night. Somebody had bought online and said, "Can you print my tickets? I like having the physical ticket." So I thought, that's kind of neat.
I do sort of miss that. Most of my ventures either going to concerts, and you guys mentioned with Kevin that he was previously at the Rapid Fire Theater. I've only seen one play where I've had to purchase the ticket and sit down. It was the Blank Stole Christmas last year, and I bought the ticket online, and I'm like, this is the kind of show that I'd like to have the physical thing. I didn't go out and get it, but there's certain shows that you try and see either to keep it as a memento and a piece, people collect it. My dad used to collect every single concert, every single hockey game that he went to. So that's kind of the misstart of having the physical ticket. Plus, if your phone dies or something, like, how are you going to get to the show? I guess you can come talk to you.
That's a good point.
Right? Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Give them your name, or they give you their name.
You could go get your tickets printed with your name, and then you'd need some other information.
There's other ways.
Yeah. But I mean, it could be if you want to be like, you can't get into the shows late.
Oh.
Which is, like there's no latecomers to the theater.
So
Like,
if it says a 7 o'clock start, is it like an NHL game where it's like, 15 minutes after the fact?
No, it starts at 7.
Starts at
7.
Okay.
And you better be there at 7.
Good.
Yes.
Or before. It's like, it's
preferably
like a tea
be there
time.
before. Yeah. I'd say get there at least 15 minutes before your show. Because there's usually a couple times a year somebody comes to the box office quite upset that they couldn't get into their show, at 5 after. And it's like, no, when you buy your ticket, that's one of the conditions. No latecomers. I mean, that's live theater, right? You can't go in partway through and
you're going to
disrupt people.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, Elks tomorrow. We're going to look at the depth chart as we move along. We'll talk about some other CFL storylines in the next segment as well with JC Abbott from 3 Down Nation. We got to get to this.
It's Jay, it's play, he's Jay, it's today. It's Jay's play of the day. It's Jay's play of the day. Jay's play of the day.
And it is presented by Play Alberta. When you bet with Play Alberta, you give back to Alberta. That's because it's the only app in the province that puts all revenue directly back into supporting programs and services that Albertans rely on every day. So next time you place a wager on your favorite team, know that you're also making a difference across the province through Alberta's General Revenue Fund. Visit playalberta.ca/EST to learn more. That's playalberta.ca/EST. You have to be 18 and older to play. And if you gamble, use your game sense. So, of course, this week it is not Jay's play of the day. I'm doing it. I finally hit yesterday. Went into football and went with BC +4 and the second quarter to be the highest scoring quarter. And it finally hit. I finally got one. So I'm sticking with football. And you gotta look up the odds, Coop, because I do them in the way that a lot of people don't do them. So where is it? Reid's play of the day. It's 3.78 to 1. So almost 4 to 1. Red Blacks +7.5. I think they're going to give Winnipeg a good game tonight, maybe even win it.
Oh, okay.
But Brendan Eric doesn't think they're going to win. Are you okay with the +7.5 though? You think Ottawa can lose by less than a touchdown in Winnipeg?
Sure. I'll give you that.
Yeah, Barrick's like, I don't think the Red Blacks could beat a team of mice.
I mean, blind mice. No.
And then I got under 54.5.
Okay.
So I got the Red Blacks +7.5 and under 54.5. Now, what was last night's game? 30-26. That's 56 points. And I think BC and Calgary are better offensively than these two teams. So that's why I'm going with the under. So what is it in the other form of the odds? It must be plus 278?
To the nose, Reid.
Yeah.
On the dot.
Well, I figure I know how to convert it. I just sometimes get the plus and the minus mixed
come on.
up.
That's pretty difficult math. I'd have to Google that
So
one.
anyway, I got a sprinkle on my own play right now because I got a bit of a win yesterday. Whole bunch of other stuff there.
No kidding.
The there's a ton of other stuff.
Let's do it parlay.
Elks,
We
Argos
crafted
stuff. Things for the Riders and the Ticats tomorrow. There's the Winnipeg Sports Talk bet there. Apparently Matt and I have a play of the day. Big play of the game for tomorrow. I was not even consulted on this. Fajardo, what is it? Okay, Elks -2.5. Fajardo over 275 passing yards. Luther over 50 receiving yards. Mack over 60 receiving yards. And Rankin over 60 rushing yards. 6.6 to 1. So what is that? +560?
Exactly right. +560.
Well, I should be an odds maker.
You little mathematician.
Let's face it.
Oh my gosh.
I should be an odds. So that's all there as well. PlayAlberta.ca, the Play Alberta app. Go to sports, go to EST specials, and that is your play of the day.
It's Jay, it's play, he's Jay, it's today. It's Jay's play of the day. It's Jay's play of the day. Jay's play of the day.
All right, so here's what we have coming up. First of all, that was awesome to have Colin Mochrie on the show in studio. We got JC Abbott next from 3 Down Nation. We'll look at the Elks depth chart and some storylines for tomorrow. Our Estes category that we're going to look at today is Episode of the Year. I think there's a clear favorite for this, Coop. We'll see what you think. We'll have our Past the Pantry Athlete of the Week, Brian Fountain. He's running the marathon on Sunday. Great personal story there that he's going to tell. And Words of the Day, all between now and 6 o'clock. Here's Brendan Eric.
The Elks released their depth chart for tomorrow's game against the Argos. Kenny Logan Jr., Tamari Fox, and Isaiah Knight are out, with Chris Pashula, Carmine Bostone, and rookie DB Therese Reed coming into the lineup. Zach Collaros makes his return after missing 4 games with a neck injury. The 4-4 Bombers play host to the winless Red Blacks with kickoff there at 6:30. More football action. The NFL preseason continues with a trio of matchups at 5 o'clock. The Broncos at the Falcons. Tampa on the road against the Jets, while Washington and Miami kick off. To the Diamond, the Blue Jays closed out their homestand with a 3-game set against the Yankees. A battle of former Cy Young winners sees Shane Bieber take the bump for Toronto, while Garrett Cole toes the rubber for the Pinstripes. Around the majors, the Marlins take on the Reds. The Tigers welcome the White Sox, and some interleague play sees the Pirates host the Bo Sox. Over to the Lynx, round 2 of the FedEx St. Jude Championship sees Scotty Scheffler come roaring to the top of the leaderboard at 11 under. He shot 9 below par on the day. This sports update is brought to you by The Ranch. The Ranch Golf Club delivers premier conditions, top-notch service, and unmatched value every round. That's why they're Alberta's top choice for corporate golf events. Visit theranchgolf.com to book a tee time today. Boys are back after the break. My name is Brendan Eric, and you're up to date.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric.
Marshall Ferguson, CFL on TSN.
I mean, heck, guys, I was covering the Philpott Bowl last week. During the pregame introductions, they're like, number 85, Jalen Philpott, and the crowd popped. Like, with my headset on, and I took my headset off, I'm like, oh my God, did they just actually, like, lose their minds in a pregame introduction? That never happens in the CFL. So, homegrown heroes, to me, the Alouettes have probably got 2 of the top 5 when it comes to Tyson and Davis Alexander right now. It's just the reality.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric. Weekday mornings, 6 to 9. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Ready to raise the stakes? At Play Alberta, bigger bets and buy-ins are now available for nearly all live dealer games. From blackjack to baccarat, your favorite tables are waiting to deal you in. Whether you're kicking back at home or looking for some fun on the go, now's your chance to enhance your Play Alberta experience with new elevated stakes. Visit playalberta.ca/EST to learn more. That's playalberta.ca/EST. Must be 18 plus to play. If you gamble, use your game sense. At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
When gambling, set a budget before you play. Stay informed and visit GameSenseAB.ca to learn how. Remember, if you gamble, use your game sense.
I know I've been crowding you lately. I want to give you your space.
Who are you talking to?
Our basement.
Need extra space at home? Get it back with Sentinel Storage. Try 4 weeks free. Details at sentinelstorage.ca.
Since 1952, William Huff has been the heartbeat of Edmonton's advertising world. From humble beginnings to a citywide powerhouse, we've been the go-to for signage from print to design and installation. Partnering with Edmonton's top sports franchises and major events, we've helped shape the city's global reputation. Our secret? Unmatched customer service, decades of experience, and a passion for excellence we call the William Huff Advantage. Visit us online at williamhuff.com.
Reid Wilkins in the coop. Zachary Kubusch, she's in for Jason Milne today. Jason will be back on Monday. Portions of this hour presented by your Edmonton Elks. Home game tomorrow against the Argos. And don't forget, you can kick off the second half of the season with a 5-game ticket pack and get a $25 voucher. Get your half-season pass today at goelks.com/tickets. Edmonton Elks, our city, our year. And of course, our coverage on EST tomorrow will start at noon with the Commonwealth Stadium Green and Gold kickoff show. Wannock and me from noon to 1, games at 1, and then we're on right after the game as well for the Commonwealth Stadium post-game show. All right, let's go to the Oil Country Towing hotline. Oil Country Towing, Edmonton's most trusted 24/7 roadside rescue team. Fast, safe, and reliable for over 15 years. Whether it's game day or a snowstorm, we work as hard as your favorite team to get you going. Call 780-986-6088 for all your towing needs. And we welcome to the program from Three Down Nation, JC Abbott. JC, you're on with Reid and Zach. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, guys. Thanks for having me on.
Thanks for joining us today. And it's, midway point of the CFL season. Saw a big game yesterday. Just want to get your initial thoughts on that one. The Lions able to rattle off 3 straight victories, a 30-26 win out in Cowtown. What did you see in that game?
Yeah, it's a big win for the BC Lions, right? In the span of 3 weeks, they've gone from a team that a lot of people had counted out entirely to very much a contender in the West Division. Now, you hate some of the things that happened in that game, specifically the injuries to Vernon Adams Jr. and Dedrick Mills. You never want to see star caliber players like that go down, especially with head injuries in a football game, and the potential ramifications to that for the Calgary Stampeders are huge. But on the flip side, the Lions being contenders again is huge for that organization and huge for the interest level in the West Division playoff race going forward, because now you've got this log jam for that third playoff spot, as well as any potential crossover. And really, it's anybody's game from here on out in the second half of the season.
Now, you do mention that it is a logjam. Both Winnipeg, who's in action tonight, 4 wins, 4 losses. BC 4-5, Calgary 4-6, following that defeat. With the return of Nathan Rourke, 3 straight victories. I see the BC Lions as a team that might have started the season off slow with some expectations, and of course Rourke being out, but from Saskatchewan and the Elks kind of leading the way in the West, 1 and 2 right now. From those 3 teams that are fighting, is there one that stands out in your opinion?
I do think the BC Lions are the favorite there right now, particularly because we don't know how long Vernon Adams Jr. is going to be out. The thing with the Lions, like, people look at their record to start the season, but they were on the road a ton because, just like the Toronto Argonauts, they were kicked out of their home stadium by the FIFA World Cup. So that put added strain on the organization. And they also battled a lot of injuries. And that wasn't just Nathan Rourke missing a couple games. It was also massive injuries to their receiving core. I mean, they went into their second game of the season without 4 starting receivers. I've never seen that happen that early in the year. They're bouncing back from that now. Most people are healthy and on the field. And when you have the reigning MOP at quarterback and he's starting to click finally with his offense, well, anything is possible. So they were favorites going into the year. I think as we round the halfway mark, they have to be considered a dark horse contender to make some noise down the stretch.
And shifting to the game tonight, the 4-4 Blue Bombers facing the 0-8 Red Blacks. Zach Collaros is returning for the Bombers after a 4-game absence. How do you think his return to Winnipeg will impact them tonight moving forward?
I think it will give them a little bit of a boost. I mean, Drew Brown is a very competent starting quarterback, but he has not played well the last couple of weeks. Obviously, he had that 4 interception performance, should have had back-to-back 4 interception performances, frankly, and did not play well a week ago either. Collaros coming back gives them a little bit more stability, but I don't look at Zach in the same echelon as the elite quarterbacks in the league right now. He's on the back half of his career. He's 37 years old. I don't know if he's going to play beyond this season. And frankly, he has not been in the top tier of QBs for a couple of years now. So it's going to help stabilize things a little bit for Winnipeg. Obviously, they have tremendous trust in Zach, but this isn't akin to Nathan Rourke coming back for the BC Lions. There's not that dramatic boost from getting a true, top tier elite QB back. Zach was that at one stage in his career. He's not any longer. And the Bombers' problems run far deeper than the quarterback position.
And coming here to Edmonton, of course, joined by 3 Down Nation's JC Abbott here on the Oil Country Towing Hotline here on the Reid Wilkins Show. Zach Kubusch and Reid Wilkins. It will be the Elks. They're suffered from 2 straight losses against 2 of the top teams in the league, and Toronto's rolling on a 2-game win streak. I just want to start from an Elks perspective. What do you think a successful game looks like for the Edmonton Elks against the Argonauts tomorrow?
I think it's about eliminating big explosive plays on defense. The Elks have been very good defensively up until last week, and then they got ripped apart by a very, very good Montreal Alouettes offense that can create explosive passing plays. We all know what Davis Alexander, Tyler Snead, and Tyson Philpott are capable of. Well, the Toronto Argonauts aren't necessarily at that tier, but Chad Kelly can sling it with the best of them. And they do have deep threats down the field and guys like DeMonte Coxey and Tyler Common out there as well. If you can eliminate the big plays and force Kelly to put the ball at risk, which he does more than any quarterback in the league, generate a couple of takeaways, I think the Elks will be well positioned because while the Argos defense has improved a little bit the last couple of weeks, they're nowhere near some of the other units that the Elks have faced. I think this is a get-right game for someone like Justin Rankin, for the Elks offense as a whole, as long as the defense can hold up their side of the bargain.
And shifting to the final game of the week, CFL Week 11. Thank you so much for the time, JC. 5 o'clock kickoff. It's Saskatchewan on the road against Hamilton. What storylines do you see entering that contest?
Well, I think it's a big game for someone like Harrison Frost to be tested against an elite unit in the Saskatchewan Roughriders. Just his second career start, he looked okay against BC. I think Scott Milanovich is putting a lot of faith in him and believes that he can be the QB to right this ship in Hamilton. If he shows progress in this second start and begins to look more comfortable, if he can even pull off an upset against the Saskatchewan Roughriders, it will go a long way towards signaling that the Hamilton Tiger Cats can't be counted out in the East Division, because right now the prevailing wisdom is that there's going to be a crossover, that one of these log-jammed West Division teams is going to be able to overtake Hamilton and steal that playoff spot. It's up to Harrison Frost, in my opinion, to prove he's capable enough to prevent that from happening.
Awesome. Thank you so much for the insight, JC. We greatly appreciate your time. As always, love having you here on Edmonton Sports Talk. We hope that you enjoy your weekend and all the CFL action ahead.
Thanks for having me on, guys.
JC Abbott from 3 Down Nation joining us here on the Reid Wilkins Show. And Reid, being here for just over 2 years here on Edmonton Sports Talk myself, did the placement out of Nate's. I wasn't greatly appreciative of what the CFL had to offer. And now that I sit here beside you and throughout the early parts of the season, I've just come to love the game, and it's something that I always look forward to every single week. And not to mention, I'm in your CFL pool, and I'm trying to win it this season.
Yeah, you're doing well. Are you fifth, fourth? You're doing pretty well.
I'm up there, man. And I missed a pick yesterday. Like, we have to send them in before the first game of the week starts, and I forgot to send in my pick yesterday. And felt like
you lose a point. You get 10 points for the week.
That's a point. It adds up.
Lose a point. Well,
it's close, man. It's almost as tight as the West Division standings.
Yeah, it seems. I mean, the way it's listed now, Calgary is in last because they've played more games than everybody else. So they'd be a half game behind the BC Lions, Coop.
I like that.
We'll see what happens with Winnipeg tonight. BC, I think, is still dangerous. I mean, obviously, Rourke got hurt earlier, so he missed some time. Calgary now maybe with some injury issues to deal with. But this is, it's a long season. There's always time to jockey for position, but there's a point at which, okay, like how much ground can you actually make up? We lived this with the Edmonton Elks last year. They start 1-6, They got up to 7-9, but it's not enough. So Edmonton wins tomorrow. That gets them that 7th win. Okay, if Saskatchewan happens to lose to Hamilton, which I think is possible, I think Saskatchewan should be favored, but I think Hamilton is still a dangerous team. I mean, that Harrison Frost didn't look bad last week.
No,
and
not
I think
at all.
Milanovic is a very good coach. So anyway, like, if Edmonton gets that 7th win, well, you got BC at 4. You got Calgary at 4. Winnipeg might have 5. Brendan Eric thinks they might beat Ottawa twice tonight.
Just give them 2 wins.
Fun.
Why not?
Just get 2 wins. But then you're putting yourself in a situation in which it's teams need to have things go very, very well for you to be passed. Like if the Elks can win these next 2 games, and I know that's a big if, but if you happen to get to 8-3, well, then Calgary needs to sweep the Labor Day home and home, and then they'd still be behind Edmonton. You know, they're done playing BC. I guess BC has the season series based on point differential, but you know, Edmonton could be 3 wins up on BC at this time tomorrow. Maybe 2 wins or even 3 up on Winnipeg. They still play Winnipeg twice, but both of them are in Edmonton, and they already won in Winnipeg. Right? You put teams in a chase position, and it becomes increasingly difficult for them to chase you down. You know, like I know there's still a lot of, there's sometimes we still, well, the Elks could go wrong. I don't really believe in them. But these teams stuck with 4 wins, they're not all going to pass the Elks. Okay? Because these teams are also going to play each other as well as the remaining games against the Elks. I mean, the Elks are not going to finish last in the West. That's already virtually impossible, even though it's only a 2-win lead on these teams, right? Like because one of these teams is going to have to go on an incredible run. So this is what I'm saying, like to get to 7-3 and then have that 3-game cushion in the second half of the season. Then you're asking Calgary, BC, Winnipeg to make up 2 or 3 games with only 8 or 9 games to go. And that's pretty difficult to do, and especially since the Elks are playing really well. I like the Elks' chances tomorrow. I think they're going to be very focused after the loss in Montreal.
They weren't that sharp. I don't think.
And Montreal's
Montreal.
a great team. I mean, Montreal's making it. I mean, Montreal's 8-1, and their only loss was in overtime. So they're obviously extremely hard to beat.
No doubt.
Toronto, I think the Elks can get after them. I mean, Toronto's given up 1 more point than the Elks, but they've played 1 less game. You know, so I think that the Elks can attack them. I like that the Elks, have Beard, O'Donnell, Boyko up the middle of the offensive line. That's pretty strong. And we know that they got some receivers that can attack. So I like the Elks' chances tomorrow. And again, you get to 7-3. Well, then you're already starting to talk about, man, oh man, like you're thinking about getting first. You're not trying to get into a crossover you're thinking about hosting a playoff game, which would be massive. So 1:00 game tomorrow. We are noon for the Commonwealth Stadium Green and Gold kickoff show with me and Matthew Wannock. But yeah, BC looks good. I still think Calgary's dangerous, but health could obviously play a part in that.
That's the biggest factor. They are an electric offense for the Stampeders. Start for Vernon Adams Jr., a historic TD to interception ratio. Not having an interception until his 22nd touchdown, and that was not this week, but 1 week removed from that. So they had a
contrast that
fantastic
with Chad
start.
Kelly.
Yeah.
18 touchdowns is really good. 13 interceptions.
He leads the league in interceptions. Jake Mayer is the next.
Jake Mayer's next.
10
I mean,
for 10.
that's only 2 guys in double digits. Cody's got a great ratio. 16 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. So that I think the Argos are going to make plays. Chad Kelly can keep plays alive, but is he also going to take that risk that the Elks are going to pounce on?
And that's the thing, that he will. So 15 of Kelly's 18 touchdowns have been in the air. Or I think it was the 21. Only 3 rushing touchdowns.
He's got 18 passing touchdowns.
18 passing.
And he's run for 3 on top of that. Okay, that's what you're saying? Okay.
Yeah, for this Toronto team. Let me explain that. 21 touchdowns total for the Toronto Argonauts this year. 18
they scored
in the air.
21 total.
Yes,
okay,
and,
sorry.
and 3 of them.
So they only have 3 rushing touchdowns.
On the ground.
Okay.
And the rest dished out from Kelly.
Right.
There's 5 receivers on that team that have over 400 yards receiving. So it's Tyler Conman, David Unger, Mattel, Polk, who's not going to be playing tomorrow. He's ruled out, and Coxie, who's leading the charge for the Argos at 685 yards. Like, as I see it, though, the most obvious thing that sticks out to me is that if the Oilers play, or Oilers, I'm already thinking hockey. It's right around the corner. We're going to be talking about it soon enough. But for the Elks, if they play starchy defense and are really sharp on the details, you have somebody like a Tyrell Ford who can get another interception. He's tied for the league in interceptions, had 2 last week. So,
well, I think the Elks have a really good defense. They're coming off a tough game. I thought the first half last week in Montreal, there were times they made Davis Alexander uncomfortable. Like, they forced him into a couple of bad throws. They forced him into a couple of throwaways. And I think Davis Alexander is better than Chad Kelly. So I think they can get after him. I think they can make him uncomfortable.
Yeah, replicate that, you'll get the
And we've
outcome.
seen the Elks are they're good at bouncing back. They're good at recovering. I mean, they got a strong belief, which I do think is important. So that's a 1:00 game tomorrow. We'll talk more about it here as we move along. Let's just revisit the off-topic topic, Coob. Presented by William Huff. Ways in which I could spend my time off. I'm off for 2 weeks starting Monday. Wrong answers only. Abutsky says, go to Southeast Asia, take a selfie with a binturong. Wasn't
What
that
is
some
a
kind of
binturong?
animal? Remember he had that for the spelling a couple days or a few weeks ago?
Oh my gosh, the mammal. This thing's very cute. Well, it looks like some form of bear, like a red panda, but also a bit scraggly. I don't know if you'd want a photo with
Adam in Quebec City for the off-topic topic. Reid could go to the corner of 82nd Ave on 104th Street and just do 8 hours of nothing but the Thunder from Down Under promo. Just talk about it. Like, you maybe get one of the speakers.
You very well could, Reid. I think another one would be you can go on a thrifting binge.
I could go on a thrifting binge.
Go hit up all of the areas and thrift shops in and around the Edmonton area, and just get yourself some of the best outfits. Be the best dressed man at EST by the time you return.
Do you see? I can't see the handle. Somebody said skydive while playing a board game, and this person sent in a couple limericks yesterday. Jasmine was hesitant at first for Thunder Down Under's wild thirst. Then she rounded the crew saying, work's overdue. This assignment is duty at worst. Oh my goodness!
Reid does Dallas.
That's
I don't know what that is.
Certainly an option.
Was that?
Do you
something
not know what that's referring to?
No.
It's
maybe that's
it's relating
an
to
off-air.
the title of a film. I'll have to explain it to you.
Okay. I have to get learned, I guess. I don't recall that one.
Oh, Papa Homer, you are so learned.
Learned, son. It's pronounced learned.
Here's one. Skinny. On your vacation, you should take Chet Palmer to the Ponderosa. I don't mind that at all.
Or would he be taking you?
Well, he does have an inn there. Yeah, maybe I could get a discount. Is there an employee discount that the waitress could give? NASCAR Nolan says, is that a PF Animals sticker, Coob? Do I want to know that?
PF Animals, so Pink Floyd, PF.
Oh,
I think
that's
is
what it
it's
is.
referring
Sorry.
to. It is animals. It's the pig. It's a little pig silhouette. Well, not a silhouette. It's colored out, but very prominent in the displays for all Pink Floyd stuff. And when Roger Waters was here playing Pink Floyd's music, he had some pigs floating up in the sky at Rogers Place. That was a great show. I love my stickers.
Blue Jays game, yes, it is on Apple TV today. It's one of those Apple, they get a game of the week every Friday.
Yeah.
So if you do not have Apple TV, I guess you cannot watch the Blue Jays this evening, taking on the New York Yankees, or the Bronxy Boys, as Chet Palmer referred to them. 780-218-9999 is the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. Don't forget, at Tap 25, they have the $21.99 prime rib special, 7 days a week except show nights from 11:30 a.m. to 11 p.m. It's available for dine-in and take-out. The prime rib special, $21.99. All right, we're going to do buying or selling when we get back. We're going to talk about the SD candidates for episode of the year. Our Pasta Pantry Athlete of the Week is running the marathon on Sunday. He'll tell you why. Here's my good buddy, Brendan Eric.
The Elks released their depth chart for tomorrow's game against the Argos. Kenny Logan Jr., Tamari Fox, and Isaiah Knight are out, with Chris Pashula, Carmine Bostone, and rookie Terrence Reid coming into the lineup. Zach Collaros makes his return after missing 4 games with a neck injury. The 4-4 Bombers play host to the winless Red Blacks with kickoff at 6:30. More football action. The NFL preseason continues with the trio of matchups at 5 o'clock. The Broncos visit the Falcons. Tampa on the road against the Jets, while Washington and Miami kick off. In other news, James Pierce of the Falcons has been suspended for 8 games for violating the NFL's personal conduct policy. In February, Pierce faced multiple charges, including aggravated battery and aggravated stalking, all charges being dismissed. To the Diamond, the Blue Jays close out their homestand with a 3-game set against the Yankees. A battle of former Cy Young winners sees Shane Bieber take the bump for Toronto, while Garrett Cole toes the rubber for the Pinstripes. And around the majors, Baltimore takes off to Tampa Bay. The Nats and Nets meet in Queens, and San Diego is in Cleveland. This sports update is brought to you by the Elks. It doesn't start on game day, it starts before kickoff. Get your single game tickets today and be there for every hit, catch, and touchdown. Lock in your seats now at goelks.com/tickets. Buying or selling around the corner. My name is Brendan Eric, and you're up to date.
The EST Hangout.
You're looking very sharp today.
No,
I agree. I'm wearing Crocs.
And he always does that.
Well, you always look very sharp. Anytime I see you like doing a hit or anything, or when you've been in the studio here, you always look very fly.
No, when I know I'm going on camera, I make sure the night before what to wear, how I'm going to look, how to pull it off. Got to stay fresh in these streets.
The EST Hangout, presented by Sentinel Storage. Weekday mornings 9 to 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences. Plus, all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom. And from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know.
Wednesdays just got saucier at Mr. Mike's. It's Wing Wednesday, every Wednesday from 4 p.m. till close. Get 10 wings for just $10, or go big with the Wings and Frings platter for $19.98. Wash it all down with $7 steins of Antler Ale or Bighorn Lager, because wings were never meant to fly solo. Add fries, onion rings, or lodge chips for $4.99, because wings deserve a wingman. Great wings, cold beer, Wednesdays done right. Dine in only at participating Mr. Mike's locations. Mr. Mike's. Eat locally, enjoy casually.
Ready to raise the stakes? At Play Alberta, bigger bets and buy-ins are now available for nearly all live dealer games. From blackjack to baccarat, your favorite tables are waiting to deal you in. Whether you're kicking back at home or looking for some fun on the go, now's your chance to enhance your Play Alberta experience with new elevated stakes. Visit playalberta.ca/EST to learn more. That's playalberta.ca/EST. Must be 18 plus to play. If you gamble, use your game sense.
Kickoff is coming. Are you in? August 15th. Elks, Argos at Play Alberta Field at Commonwealth Stadium. It's Family Day presented by Goodwill Industries of Alberta. Youth 17 and under get in free for an early afternoon contest. Conditions apply. Plus, come experience a surprise halftime that will be sure to pop. Every catch, every tackle, every touchdown. The best way to experience it is being there when it happens. Edmonton Elks. Our city, our year. Tickets and info at goelks.com/tickets.
Edmonton Sports Talk is presented by Play Alberta. Go to playalberta.ca or go to the Play Alberta app. Go to sports, go to EST Specials. Several opportunities for sprinklage there, including Reid's Play of the Day. I'm doing the Play of the Day with Jay off. We got the the Ottawa
Red Blacks
at plus 7.5, and the game against the Bombers to be under 54.5 total points. It is plus 278 or 3.78 to 1. The way I like the odds, the old-fashioned way. Brendan Eric's not touching that one, though. Like, what's the score going to be, Barrick? What do you think it's going to be?
56-1.
56-1. So it's going to be over.
They're going to bring the Rouge back just to give them one.
Well, there is a Rouge.
What?
There's still a Rouge. It has to be conceded, right? You can't get it from kicking it through the end zone.
Okay, that's
so if the ball's handled.
No, that's what I mean. They're going to miss a field goal.
And the
from
guy,
40.
Winnipeg won't even bother running it out. So it's just like, yeah, we'll kneel down.
Yep.
Don't even want to spend any of my energy on it.
Can you imagine if it was for a shutout at the last play of the game?
Oh.
Ottawa's like, okay, just kick. And it's wide, and the Winnipeg guy like catches it right at like 19 and a half yards deep in the end zone, tries to get it out.
I could see that happen.
Though I guess he wouldn't have to catch it 19 and a half because he would just let it go. Like it rolls dead like 19 and a half deep.
Yeah, no outside to
He's
the...
like, oh, I don't want to concede the point.
No. Yeah, you have to leave it. He gets stopped and stuffed right at that.
56-1.
Yep.
The Brendan Eric call.
That might be that would be bet of the year.
Just imagine those odds.
Jeez. You can bet the exact score too. So maybe
you can't bet the exact score being 56-1.
Can you? Can you search it? I know you can bet certain
you can bet
scores.
Exact scores.
I don't think you can bet 56-1.
I'm not sure why you're being such a hater.
Well,
yeah, be open-minded.
Ottawa. I'm not doing anything.
Be open-minded, man. Well, don't we have that? If we wanted to put that bet up, I'm sure we could. I don't see it
Let's
anywhere.
boost that one.
Okay.
Plus 11 million.
For Brendan Eric, the Ottawa Red Blacks against 4 poodles and a camel.
It's a game. It's a game. Do they still get all 11 out there? Or
no, it's
12?
4 poodles and a camel. They're playing with 5 people, 5 players. No, okay. It's a team. Sorry, it's a team. So it's a 50. So it's a full roster of poodles and 1 camel. So like a 45-man roster, whatever, 48-man, whatever there is.
How old are the poodles? Are they in their prime, or are they?
They're athletic. They're really athletic poodles. But like there's standard, miniature, and toy. Yeah.
Wow. Oh, a mix.
And a camel.
You know what?
Against the Ottawa Red Blacks.
I don't like the camel in there, so I will give the Red Blacks their first win of the season against the team of poodles.
The camel's going to hold back the poodles?
If it was,
I think so. What's the camel going to do?
I don't know. I just thought it'd be funny.
Well, it is, but I don't see.
Maybe he kicks.
They'd be better off than the poodles doing that.
But the poodles would just go for it.
Poodles would be.
They'd be dogs
out there. Dogs.
They'd be dogs out
dogs. I have a tough time betting against the poodles, but I've probably hammered the Red Blacks enough that we'll give them that one.
Like what, 2019?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The closest game imaginable. The 7-6 game.
Oh, my goodness. Hope you're having a great afternoon. We're having a good time here. Colin Mochrie was on the show earlier. If you ever miss anything, first of all, you can get the Reid Wilkins Show, all our great program here on EST, wherever you get your podcasts. You can go on iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio, get past shows. And on YouTube, you can go to the Edmonton Sports Talk channel. All the past shows are there. You can zoom around if there's a certain part of the show that you want to listen to. And, of course, if you are on YouTube, give us a thumbs up. Let's try to get to 100 thumbs here going into an Elks game tomorrow and have some positive energy for the club. We have buying or selling for Damon Bunting, a consistent top-producing realtor in the greater Edmonton area for over 18 years. He and his team would love to help you find that right home or make the move from your current home. Community-driven, he understands what it takes to make a difference in our city. Check him out, DamonBunting.com, or the Instagram handle, Damon Bunting Real Estate. So a concern for me for the Elks is they got a new guy coming into the secondary. Now, maybe he's going to be awesome. I don't know much about him. Therese Reid is going to play the boundary side halfback position. Cordell Jackson's going to slide into the kind of that nickelback position because Kenny Logan Jr. is out. I think Logan Jr. has been having a really good season. So to me, that's a significant change on defense. Other than that, they look pretty good. The O-line is going to be Beard, O'Donnell and Boyko, Bordner and Murray. Strong O-line. I thought they blocked well on the run for the run game for Rankin last week when they called runs. And I think, again, you just got to stick with Rankin. And I even believe, guys, like I know that the Elks talk about it. Most football teams talk about it, wherever side of the border you're on. Like, you got to have first down production. You want to be in second and short, second and medium even, so you have the options. But I think if there's a 2nd and 7, 2nd and 8, sometimes you still got to hand it off to Rankin. Like if they stop it and they make you punt, well, it's the same as throwing an incomplete pass. But I think you have to commit to the run to that extent that you can't just say, well, 2nd and 5 or longer is a passing down all the time.
Well, in his
I
biggest
think you still got to
games-
get it to Rankin.
In his biggest games, he's had over 10 carries, right? So week 1 through 3, 13 or more carries, absolutely explosive to start the season. It was like he couldn't be stopped. And all of his plus 100 rushing yard games have come with 13 or more carries. So that's week 1 through 3, as I mentioned, and week 6 or 1 through 4 with the bye week in week 2, but games 1 through 3. It's almost like, to me, they would try and get it to him a little bit early, and then if things don't break through, they would back off. Because he had a rush early in the game against the Alouettes that I was like, okay, like this might be the game where he might get yards on the ground. This could be the one where he gets back to himself, quote unquote, as he has an explosive start to the year. But that's something that you can't shy away from if you are the Elks, for sure.
All right, you got any buying or selling for me, baby?
I do, actually. And this involves the Edmonton Elks. Now, I checked all of his game logs, and last week was the only week this season in the CFL that he had not received or caught a single reception. He didn't even have any attempted towards him. So he zeros all the way across the board in receiving. Buying or selling that Justin Rankin will catch a pass tomorrow?
Buying.
That's easy, man.
Did he
That's
not have
easy.
a reception last week?
At least on here, Montreal week 10, CFL.com or .ca says no.
Oh, he'll have a reception.
He will
tomorrow.
definitely, yeah.
I think he'll have a reception on the first drive.
Just get him in the mix. Well, that's the thing too. If you use him in different ways, right? Not only the run, you could get it to him and he will break through tackles, which he's made a highlight reel touchdown doing just that. That was against Montreal the first time that they played this season, if I remember correctly when I was there. But
did he have a receiving touchdown against Montreal? He broke the third down. I think against Ottawa he had a receiving touchdown where they swung it off to the side.
Right.
He just accelerated through everybody. It should say
he's
on
done
his
that
game
a lot.
log.
Okay.
But
for
I
sure,
I think buying for sure
There's one
that
receiving.
Rankin has a receiving.
Yes, he
has
one
a reception
receiving
tomorrow.
touchdown. Okay, awesome. And now this is one. Okay, he hasn't had in the last 3 weeks. Looking here, he's had week 10. He had 62 yards from scrimmage, 76 in week 9. He had 66 in week 8. And in week 7, he had 53. So spanning back to week 6, he's not gotten over 100 yards from
receiving and rushing.
Rushing, yeah, they're from
I'll say
scrimmage.
buying. He's over 100 tomorrow.
Oh, you knew exactly where I was getting.
I think he'll have a good game tomorrow. I think
Okay.
a solid game.
Well, I mean, the big play of the game will fit just that bill. That's over 60 rushing yards,
right?
And among other things for Justin Rankin there. But you're facing two of the best teams in the league, like the last 2 games, and us around here in Edmonton realize, like, yeah, Rankin is an athlete, but you're not going to have a game like he had in the first few weeks every single week. He was on a historic pace, so you can see what he is and what he means to this offense, and to have him really get going would mean a lot because the Elks have found success when he has success for sure. Now, can I turn things a little bit to an Oilers sense of perspective here?
Sure, Coop.
Okay, buying or selling I have for you. I saw a headline that had the name Jack Roslovic in it. He's now a member of the Maple Leafs, and he said that the Maple Leafs are prime to win. Are ready to win was the exact quote that TSN posted earlier today. Buying or selling Jack Roslovic will prove to be the biggest loss for the Oilers next season.
Selling.
Okay. I thought just that. In the forward group, I guess that would be the biggest one.
I'm selling.
Okay. You think they are...
Well, they'll miss his goals, but his all-round game was lacking.
To say it straight, that I agree. He can get goals. He had over 20.
Yeah.
Right, with the Oilers.
Yeah, good score, but that's why he gets teams
flutter.
cut him, basically.
Yeah.
They don't bring him back is because of his all-around 5-on-5 game.
Okay. Well, I'm very happy that you humored me, Reid, during buying or selling.
Well, it wasn't humor. You're doing your job.
I know
You did a good job.
I know. Well,
You're doing a good job. People are happy for you, Coop.
Well, buying or selling, you will view more than 3 shows in a single day at the Fringe. Is that even a possibility?
Selling. I probably won't ever do more than 3 in a day.
Do you have days where you have planned?
I've planned out 5 shows so far.
Okay.
But I want to go to at least 10.
Once.
Yes.
Okay.
Wow, that's 3. That's a lot, especially if I volunteer on the same day. I get tuckered out.
I know you got lots going on. It's less of a vacation. It's more of a readcation. I don't know. You're still staying busy, staying active, but you're doing what you love.
Yeah, it'll be good.
Yeah, I guess, Reid, you never work a day in your life if you do something that you enjoy or whatever the cliche is. So
that's very true. All right, we'll discuss episode of the year for the Estes. We'll have our Pasta Pantry Athlete of the Week. The oil understood for GCL Diesel. Here's the 5 o'clock break.
He's a top 6 winger.
After last season, I don't think you can not say he's a top 6 winger. After watching the way he plays and how he competes, and even through playoffs, was he the Oilers' best player in the playoffs? He's Hyman light to me, and he's the heir apparent to Zach Hyman, I think.
2 Guys and a Goalie, presented by GS Construction. Tuesday and Thursday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
I know I've been crowding you lately. I want to give you your space.
Who are you talking to?
Our basement.
Need extra space at home? Get it back with Sentinel Storage. Try 4 weeks free. Details at sentinelstorage.ca.
Ready to raise the stakes? At Play Alberta, bigger bets and buy-ins are now available for nearly all live dealer games. From blackjack to baccarat, your favorite tables are waiting to deal you in. Whether you're kicking back at home or looking for some fun on the go, now's your chance to enhance your Play Alberta experience with new elevated stakes. Visit playalberta.ca/EST to learn more. That's playalberta.ca/EST. Must be 18 plus to play. If you gamble, use your game sense.
The Canadian Brewhouse has a happy hour for any scenario. You finished work early? Happy hour. You finished work because you accidentally hit reply all to the entire company? Big happy hour. Your boss said, great job. Happy hour. Your boss said, per my last email. Ugh, emergency happy hour. You finally closed the big deal. Happy hour. With a huge selection of ice cold drinks and great food, the Canadian Brewhouse has a happy hour for whatever just happened at work. The Canadian Brewhouse. Your day just got happier.
River Cree Resort and Casino and CFCW present All Shook Up, an afternoon tribute with the King, featuring 3 of the world's best Elvis tribute artists. August 16th in the venue. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com.
River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement. Bet on it.
I know I've been crowding you lately. I want to give you your space.
Who are you talking to?
Our basement.
Need extra space at home? Get it back with Sentinel Storage. Try 4 weeks free. Details at sentinelstorage.ca.
The Elks released their depth chart for tomorrow's game against the Argos. Kenny Logan Jr., Tamari Fox, and Isaiah Knight are out, with Chris Pashula, Carmine Bostone, and rookie DB Therese Reed coming into the lineup. Zach Collaros makes his return after missing 4 games with a neck injury. The 4-4 Bombers play host to the winless Red Blacks with kickoff at 6:30. More football action. The NFL preseason continues with a trio of matchups at 5 o'clock. The Broncos visit the Falcons, Tampa on the road against the Jets, while Washington and Miami kick off. In other news, James Pierce for the Falcons has been suspended 8 games for violating the NFL's personal conduct policy. In February, Pierce faced multiple charges, including aggravated battery and aggravated assault, with all charges being dismissed. To the Diamond, the Blue Jays close out their homestand with the 3-game set against the Yankees. A battle of former Cy Young winners sees Shane Bieber take the bump for Toronto, while Garrett Cole toes the rubber for the Pinstripes. First pitch in that one just a couple minutes away. Elsewhere around the majors, Baltimore takes off to Tampa, and that's the Mets meeting Queens. and San Diego is in Cleveland. Reid Wilkins, Zach Kubusch, right now.
Hope you're having a great afternoon. We're with you until 6 o'clock. Elks game tomorrow. It's at 1 o'clock. Play Alberta Field at Commonwealth Stadium. We will have the Commonwealth Stadium Green and Gold kickoff show at noon. And by we, I actually mean me included. Me and Awanak tomorrow, Awanak and I. As Jason Milne is off, he'll be back on Monday. We'll have the Commonwealth Stadium post-game show after the game, and portions of this hour presented by Commonwealth Stadium. So there was like a new concert on there yesterday.
Luke Combs. Luke Combs. Yeah. There we go.
So we got what's coming up? Guns N' Roses. That's later this month. August 26th. Foo Fighters September 17th. And Luke Combs planning ahead on May 29th. Now, get this. I'm on the website here, the tickets on sale for Commonwealth Stadium. Luke Combs, it says 1% of tickets left. Is he that popular? Is he the biggest act in country music?
He's right up there.
Really?
Gotta be. Who else? Ella Langley's hot.
Who?
Ella Langley. She's got songs all over the top boards, whatever you want to call
Now, you're a
them.
country guy, right?
But
I
know people who are country people more than I am.
You're in the know. Come on.
I'm in. I rub shoulders with enough country people that I know enough. I wouldn't call myself a country fan, but yes, I would say Luke Combs has got to be up there.
If you
say so.
would Post Malone be a big country? Morgan Wallen?
Morgan Wallen.
He was here when last fall. That was pretty big. He did
Morgan
2
Wallen.
shows. Right?
Zach
David
Bryan.
walked out with him. So Taylor Swift is no longer considered a country artist. So
She always will be in my heart. You ever listen to Love Story? Come on.
Probably quite literally one of my favorite songs of all time.
Seriously?
No,
what?
I like
Which
it.
one?
I
That one
get
brings
on
tears to
it.
my
I
eyes.
bump
Which
it.
one?
Love Story by
the
Taylor
song,
Swift.
or is that I know it's a song. Is it also an album?
I don't know.
I don't think Love
I
Story
know
is
the
a-
song.
You know the song.
Yeah,
Taylor
it's a love story.
Swift.
Baby, just say yes or something.
Baby,
like that.
just
What about
say
You Belong with
yes.
Me? That's a sweet little ditty.
That one's
a sweet little ditty.
Yeah, yeah. But she's now just
She's a pop
artist.
star.
Yeah.
So
pop
Post
star.
Malone would not be country.
He dips his toes there.
Releases
His last album was country, right?
Yeah. Well, he would be at the country. What is it? The Country Music Awards, CMA Awards, probably. I think he had something maybe there. I don't really know. He's got a cowboy hat on. You're telling me he's not country?
That's pretty much sums it up.
Come on. But Luke Combs, though.
I guess
coming here on
Brendan
a
Eric plays for
Saturday.
the Trappers. He's got a Trapper. Well, yeah. You have an Edmonton Sports Talk hat on. You work for Edmonton Sports Talk.
That I do.
Brendan
It's all
Eric
checking
plays
out.
for the Edmonton Trappers.
It's all checking out.
Now batting center field from Camrose. Brendan Eric.
Known country music fan.
Anyway, portions this hour presented by Commonwealth Stadium. They got a lot of great shows coming up, including Luke Combs in May. We have the Estes coming up. That's our annual award show on September 15th at the Varscona Theater. Tickets will go on sale Monday at 9, so you'll have details on how to get those. What are they, $10? They're $10.25.
Yeah.
$10, and this year there's a service fee.
Sure.
So that'll be fun. Varscona is a great theater. And it's just a time to mingle with our listeners and to celebrate, laugh at, reminisce on some of the great moments from this past season. Today we're going to talk about some of the shows that are up for, or some of the episodes that are up for episode of the year. Now, in my mind, there's a clear favorite, and I was part of this show. And it's actually not a regular show. It's not going to be an episode of the Nielsen Show. It's not going to be an episode of the Lock Shop. It's not going to be an episode of the Reid Wilkins Show. I think the episode of the year was the 6-hour commercial-free free agency show on Canada Day with Dustin and Benny and me. Because we were going to sign off after a couple hours.
And then what move you guys were waiting
I think
waiting.
the nurse trade started getting rumored because Devin Levi was the only thing that happened, and I was like, well, that's lame. And then other stuff started happening. So we went through it. We went through it for 6 hours. That was a bit of a haul. To me, that's the episode of the year.
I kept trying to refresh, and I was like, the stream's still going? You guys are still chugging along? And I'm sure you guys took breaks, but the fact that you guys looked at each other and it's like...
We never took a commercial. We each got up to pee at some point. Dustin had to go get some food that was delivered.
Which is pretty funny. He delivered the food right at the desk is what happened?
He went to the reception.
Okay.
Got it from somebody. He got Popeyes delivered.
Which is fantastic, by the way. Like that's dedication to the craft. Not only do we have some of the best, if not, well, the best sports coverage in the city, but the fact that on a free agency day where we were only planning for a certain amount of hours and we decided to extend it, double it?
Yep.
To 6 whole hours? That is phenomenal. You guys did a terrific job the entire time. Benny and Dusty, very well. Reid Wilkins did a fantastic smash
for this
job.
show, I'm just looking at some of the episodes that were logged here. July 29th, we had Chris Morris on the show about opening the upper deck and business-related angles for the Elks. The 2 FIFA refs were on the show, the 2 Albertans who were at the World Cup. Greg Buchanan did his WPCA Wagon Wednesday for Century Mile Racetrack and Casino hit from a beach volleyball court in North Battleford. That was pretty memorable. We had Stan Bowman on the show July 2nd.
We had both Justin Lawrence and Davis Alexander.
Oh, that was right before Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah, Justin Lawrence sat in for Jay, who was on holidays. So those were some big ones for this show or shows that I would have been a part of.
Early in the SD year, I guess you could say, because it starts just after the show in September. September 18th of this year, or 22nd actually. CFL rule changes being announced. Dwayne Ford, Chris Morris, and Tim Enger.
Oh yeah, that was a good one. Yeah, we covered that pretty hard. That was a good show.
Discussion throughout the entire show with you and Jay. There are some obviously huge options, but for me, I like to say that it was the free agency show, but some of the CFL rule changes stuff for me, just producing the show and listening. I absolutely love some of what the guests had to say and getting fired up there as well. We had a CFL fantasy show where we did a fantasy draft live on air through the CFL fantasy platform. I thoroughly enjoyed that.
When did we do that? Was I on that?
You were on that, yes. That was right at the 3
don't get
o'clock.
me started on.
You've done a lot of things, Reid.
CFL fantasy.
Doing a lot. Yeah, and we had a bit of a debate about the fantasy perspective there. Benny at Night?
Benny at Night is, that was pretty popular. Our Nasties loved Benny at Night. He just played video games against people and beat the crap out of them.
Yeah, didn't even have to prep or do anything.
Just went in there and did it. So we'll have some fun with that. So there'll be some voting, and then the voting, there'll be a final 4, and then Wannick will narrow down the voting pool, and we'll go from there. So yeah, those are some discussions for episode of the year. We're going to be talking about a candidate or a category per day until September 4th. And that's all leading up to the Estes September 15th at the Varscona. Tickets will go on sale Monday at 9 a.m. And, of course, the Estes presented by Mr. Mike's. Wednesdays just got saucier at Mr. Mike's. It's Wing Wednesday every Wednesday from 4 p.m. until close. Get 10 wings for just $10 or go big with the Wings and Frings platter for $19.98. That is dine-in only. Mr. Mike's. Eat locally. Enjoy casually. Who won Rookie of the Year the year before? Was that you?
That was Trev, and then it was Jay?
No, I won it last year.
You won it, right.
I don't think Jay has ever won an Esty.
Which is very surprising. I think he has a great chance.
I won Rookie of the Year, and I won Gutsiest Performance of the Year, speaking of the retinal detachments.
Right.
Right.
That was the massive... You did it, the day after? Or not the day after? You were going to come in the day of.
I worked the day after the surgery.
You worked
I did not work the day of the surgery.
Okay. Either way, I didn't see that coming.
Casino Dealer Jay says, I'd be okay if the Macho Manitoban episode got nominated and won. I don't know.
I
don't even know if that's in the folder. Somebody put today's episode in the folder. Was that you, Koob? Are you the master of the Estes folder?
We are all a part of this folder. It is a living, changing, evolving being. Every single day we can add new things. And I must say, I probably added the most out of anyone around the office.
Well, it's good. Well,
I'm just going to throw that in there.
It was Matthew threatened to cancel the Estes if we didn't put stuff in the folder.
Which is also up for an ST itself.
That in itself,
Ironically
very
enough.
very self-referential.
This is too much of a list. He said he'd rather have too much.
Some of these categories have a lot in there, but I think that some of the categories there's not enough detail as to why they're nominated. Like I don't remember, like some of my shows from last November are nominated. 2-hour Reid Wilkins show, November 4th. Meow plus fired up Reid. Oilers not caring slander talk. I don't know what that's about.
Well, you got to go back and view it. Though.
I remember doing this.
Meow. Meow.
Lester the cat.
Lester the cat. I think that was it. That may have been Lester the cat. The Oilers not caring, and then Lester the cat. They keep showing up.
That's a low standard for episode of the year.
I thought
just
that was
animal noises, but we know we haven't done it in a while. We got to do it when I get back. Is name the animal.
Yeah, I've been missing that.
It is pretty fun.
I even put one up for today as well. I think
Mochrie could be up for guest of the year. A lot of candidates for guest of the year.
I'll put him up for guest of the year as well. I did put the today's Reid Wilkins show up for episode of the year.
Before the episode even ended.
Yeah, I just knew it was that good.
How did you know the rest of it wasn't going to suck?
Well, you can cut the first half of after the show just by itself. I knew when I sat here, I'm like, well, this is quite the decline from a guest coming from Kevin and Colin down to Koob. And they know my nickname is the Koob. They know my nickname is the Koob now.
780-218-9999 River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. Don't forget about the Tap 25 happy hour. $5.25 drinks, all beers, including bottle and draft, import and domestic, select premium well highballs, and select premium wine, served at Tap 25, Center Bar, Onyx, and on the casino floor. That's available Sunday to Thursday, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Go to rivercreeresort.com. We're less than a week away from the Thunder from Down Under.
I don't know what I'm going to do with myself.
You guys got to book one of these guys for the show.
You keep saying that. Well, and I keep saying yes.
If I were working next week, that would be a priority for me.
That might be the only guest that I will try and book the entire week. If it takes me all week to get somebody for Friday.
Resort and Casino is a partner of the station. Certainly they can get us a member of the Thunder from Down Under.
And I'm sure they'd probably love to come on to promo the event.
When I'm gone, the show's going to be missing some topless sex appeal. So you need to have an oiled up Australian in studio.
Sizzling hot. Yeah. Ooh. I mean, get into full character, like you said.
Hard to move in those jeans, or
ooh. I mean, this week we already saw the Macho Manitoban break a sweat. Absolutely in character.
I got to go see that show next week.
I know. I want to now. He left a QR, or he gave me the QR code, and he left a poster here.
Yeah, he did.
Which is great. Cool. Yeah, we got to go hang it up somewhere.
All right, Pasta Pantry Athlete of the Week, Brian Fountain. He's ready to run the marathon. He's going to tell you the story when we get back.
The Elks released their depth chart for tomorrow's game against the Argos. Kenny Logan Jr., Tamari Fox, and Isaiah Knight are out, with Chris Pashula, Carmine Bostone, and rookie DB Therese Reed coming into the lineup. Zach Collaros makes his return after missing 4 games with a neck injury. The 4-4 Bombers play host to the winless Red Blacks with a kickoff at 6:30. More football action. The NFL preseason continues with a trio of matchups. At 5 o'clock, the Broncos visit the Falcons. Tampa on the road against the Jets, while Washington and Miami kick off. In other news, James Pierce of the Falcons has been suspended 8 games for violating the NFL's personal conduct policy. In February, Pierce faced multiple charges, including aggravated battery and aggravated assault, with all charges being dismissed. Over to the Diamond. The Blue Jays tied at zeros, top of the first. Two Cy Young winners battling it out. Shane Bieber for the Jays, while Garrett Cole for the Pinstripes. And elsewhere around the majors, Baltimore takes off to Tampa. The Nats meeting the Mets in Queens, and San Diego is in Cleveland. Past the Pantry Athlete of the Week around the corner. My name is Brendan Eric, and you're up to date.
The Oil Stream.
What's one Oilers draft pick that didn't turn out as you would have hoped? Marc-Antoine Pouliot. I'm pretty sure he was a first-round pick, if I'm not mistaken.
He was drafted by the Edmonton Oilers 22nd overall.
Robbie Schremp from Chris Gand. We've got Omark.
Oh, Linus Omark.
Hashtag Anton Lander.
The Oil Stream, presented by Boston Pizza. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons at noon. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
One moment, you're driving to work. The next, you're facing serious injuries, mounting paperwork, and insurance companies focused on their bottom line. That's where you want Rick Mallett and the team at Hammer Injury Law on your side. For more than 35 years, Rick has helped injured Albertans stand up to insurance companies and pursue the compensation they deserve, with no legal fees unless your case is successful. Serious injuries need the Hammer. Call 1-855-98-HAMMER.
What's that number again?
1-855-98-HAMMER. Or learn more at hammerinjurylaw.ca.
Time for a new career in 2026? Or maybe your kid is still pondering their path. Good news! Weiss Johnson is hiring. It's Dennis, and not only are we hiring for heating and air conditioning, we're also looking for experienced plumbers and gas fitters. With the growth in residential development, there's no shortage of opportunities at Weiss Johnson. Choose your path with us. Learn from one of the industry leaders, and we will grow together. Receive great benefits and school reimbursement as well. Visit weiss-johnson.com today.
Ready to raise the stakes? At Play Alberta, bigger bets and buy-ins are now available for nearly all live dealer games. From blackjack to baccarat, your favorite tables are waiting to deal you in. Whether you're kicking back at home or looking for some fun on the go, now's your chance to enhance your Play Alberta experience with new elevated stakes. Visit playalberta.ca/EST to learn more. That's playalberta.ca/EST. Must be 18 plus to play. If you gamble, use your game sense.
It's the weekend. The sun is out, and everyone, yes, even the kids, are bored. Bring them to the Canadian Brewhouse. Our patios have games to keep the whole family going. Rooftop views, real turf to run around on, and misters for when the summer gets serious. Oh, and we've still got the game on. Always. All day, all weekend, all summer. The Canadian Brewhouse, Canada's best patios.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences. Plus, all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom. And from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know. Well, I can tell you what I'm doing right after work. I'll be heading downtown to the HQ for the Edmonton Marathon. Got to pick up my race package, get my bib, get my chip. So I'm ready to run the 10K on Sunday. It's always an incredible day with a lot of great runners and a lot of great stories. And that takes us to our Pasta Pantry Athlete of the Week. Pasta Pantry, for over 30 years in Sherwood Park, Pasta Pantry serving hot, delicious comfort food made right in their kitchen. They do it fast so you can slow down. They're a family, and when you go to Pasta Pantry, you are one of the family. Check out the Pasta Pantry in Sherwood Park, your home of the pregame meal, and we welcome Brian Fountain to the show. It's Reid and Zach. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me on your show today.
Okay. Could you take care of that echo there, Brendan? Is that on our end?
Yeah.
Okay. It's good? Okay, we got it. Thanks a lot for joining us. I'm going to start with some very basic, simple questions to set the stage. How old are you?
I'm 28 years old.
How many times have you run a marathon?
Zero.
First one on Sunday.
First one on Sunday, you bet.
And why have you entered?
Great question. A year ago, I was not a runner. My wife, Alicia, she was the runner in the family and was a pretty recreational runner, would go for 5Ks, 10Ks, run with our dog, run with friends. And then last summer, she was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, or MS. Now, around the same time, we went on a trip to Boston and we saw lots of people running, people younger than us, older than us, people running with friends, big groups. And so I kind of got the running bug or itch to give it a try. So I kind of started running at a time when she wasn't able to anymore because of MS. And so when I saw that MS Canada had partnered with the Edmonton Marathon through the charity challenge, I figured what a good opportunity to maybe pursue a personal goal of trying to run a marathon, as well as supporting my wife through fundraising and raising money for MS Canada.
And what is your wife's name?
Alicia.
And and I believe, I don't know if this is still changing, but are you not the top fundraiser for the Edmonton Marathon?
As of yesterday, I still was. So I think so, because I got a few donations from some friends and family yesterday as well.
So how does that make you feel that probably friends or companies or coworkers or who knows what else stepped up to help out here?
Yeah, we've been blown away by the generosity. I've told a few people that I've set an ambitious goal back when I signed up for the marathon around in last December. I was going to try and raise $2,000 for MS Canada. And the first day I posted it on my social media about 3 weeks ago, I had $2,400 in donations in the first day. So I was blown away by friends and family and their support of both myself, Alicia, and kind of the pursuit of running the marathon, but more importantly, the pursuit of kind of helping to find a cure and support people who live with MS.
What does Alicia think of this?
She loves it. She's glad that kind of her friends, my friends, are getting involved. And I guess we hadn't really told a ton of people as well about her MS. Like obviously close family and friends knew, but kind of our wider like social media friends, lots of them didn't know. And so it's been cool hearing stories from friends and people we haven't connected with in a number of years, kind of sharing their support, as well as lots of stories of people who talk about how MS has affected their life, whether it's through a parent or an aunt or an uncle or sibling. So lots of kind of stories within ours.
Now, if you don't mind me asking, like how is she doing? Can you share? Like you mentioned, she was the runner in the relationship. What were some of her highlights running? Like things like that.
Yeah, she's doing good. There's obviously some physical challenges that come along with MS, like fatigue being one of them. Just like recreational activity is kind of something she doesn't do as much of, because if she has X amount of a bandwidth to get things done in a day, she doesn't use it exercising. She might use it whether it's gardening, which she loves, or playing with our dog and things like that. Running wise, she never did any races. We had signed up to do a half marathon in 2020 together, and that never happened. And then she was going to sign up to do a half marathon out in Halifax, and then kind of shortly kind of before signing up, got diagnosed with MS and never got the chance to.
Okay, well, that's awesome that you're doing this, and I want to kind of turn to the running and training side of this. So this was not, you mentioned some of the other goals that Alicia and you had. So this was not like a totally foreign concept, I guess, that you would one day run a marathon.
Correct. Yeah, I think when we started dating like 9-ish years ago, we had set a bucket list, and one of the things on the bucket list of our lives was to run the Boston Marathon. So maybe there's still a chance one day. You have to run one to run that one, though.
Yeah.
So there's still kind of hope in that regard to kind of do things like that. But yeah, not something that we had ever done yet together, but both pretty athletic growing up. We both played college and university volleyball. So kind of sports have always been a part of our life.
Okay, so how's the training been? Did you have a regimented program? Did you join a running group? Like, how did you progress through all this?
Yeah, it's been mostly solo. So our trip to Boston was actually a year ago this weekend. So it was about 51 weeks ago that I started running. And I knew that if I went and started trying to do 5Ks and 10Ks, I was going to quickly injure myself. I'm a strength and conditioning coach for my job, so I kind of understand progression and overload and things of that nature. So started with two 2-kilometer runs, and then the next week I did a 2-kilometer run and a 3-kilometer run, and slowly built up the weekly mileage, literally 1 kilometer per week. And then kind of around Christmas time started to add a little bit more and got volume up into the 30, 40, 50, 60 kilometers per week, and kind of have hung around there for the past few months. Yeah, most of it on my own. I didn't end up joining a run club or anything. Well, on my own with my dog. So we go for most of our runs.
And I do want to get to that because I read a little bit about the dog. But before we do that, so what did you do over the winter? Did you go run out? Because I run, but I have a treadmill. So what did you do during the winter?
Yeah, I went to Costco and bought some of those gripper like metal spikes that hook onto the bottom of your shoe. I bought some long johns and a long sleeve and put 2 or 3 layers of pants on and 2 or 3 layers of kind of undershirt, long sleeve shirt, hoodie, toque, gloves, have some nice pictures of like icicles being stuck to my face, and usually ran before work. So runs would be from like 6 a.m. to 6:45 or 7 or 7:30, kind of in that range, and just toughed it out through the winter.
Okay, so Brian Fountain joining us. He's the Pass the Pantry Athlete of the Week. He's running the marathon on Sunday. He's raised money to battle MS, inspired by his wife, Alicia. So you mentioned the kilometers you've done per week. What's the longest distance you've done in one run?
30 kilometers is the most I've done.
Okay, so you got to do 12 more, so you're fine.
I got to do 12 more. It's just another 12K after that.
Yeah.
So
well, though, if you can do 3/4 of it, you'll be fine. Any nagging? I mean, that's cool. You're a strength and conditioning coach. Any nagging pains or body parts that are of concern?
The only thing. So I did the Calgary half marathon at the end of May, and then kind of took a week light and kind of quickly jumped back up to the distances I was running. Started getting some foot pain, so it took a few weeks easy, kind of late June, early July, but haven't had any sort of sorenesses or pains beyond what you would expect from running lots. So it's kind of some sore calves, and that's about it.
Okay. Yeah. It's interesting. I mean, I didn't start really running till my mid 30s, and I've done, I'm not as athletic as you and Elise are, but I've done 11 halves and 2 fulls. Mm-hmm. And the one thing I found, Brian, is that, I never knew what was going to hurt after. Like I remember doing one race and like the bottom of my feet just hurt. And I remember doing another race and my shoulders were sore for like 3 days. I was like, why are my shoulders sore? But stuff's moving. So you're probably prepared for that though. that just something might be sore because this is taxing on your body.
Yeah, absolutely. We have an ice bath ready to go. We bought, I think, 12 pounds of ice to put in the ice bath. So we'll get that prepared for Sunday afternoon.
So have you done ice baths before, like outside of the regular like running regiment and your strength and conditioning? Like how do you find yourself, say, after that 30-kilometer run? What did you do to wind down and, help your body kickstart that recovery?
I wish I had a better answer. It's probably just a warm shower to get all the sweat off, drink a whole bunch of water, right, and eat whatever I want the rest of the day.
Hey, you deserve it, man. You got to, right? And once you get going, or like during those distances, and when you get into the marathon now, are you going to have any earbuds in? Or are you just going to enjoy the environment around you? Are you listening to any music or anything like that?
Yeah, when I go for runs, it's usually a podcast or audiobook that I'm putting in. And Alicia always asks me, how do you do that? Like, don't you need some motivation, something to pump you up? And it's usually like, well, I don't need motivation. I just need some discipline. So right. I don't know if I'm going to I might put a headphone in my pocket in case things get dark around kilometer 30, but I don't plan to use it. I think I'm looking forward to the atmosphere, and like, I know a number of people who are coming out to watch, and whether it's like a run club, all waiting to see the people that are part of their run club and, high five some people on the side. So hopefully getting kind of the energy and stuff from the people watching.
All right. You're going to do great. What about the dog's involvement here?
She's unfortunately going to have to stay home on Sunday. The most she kind of runs with me is about that half marathon distance. I think we went for a 24K one time, and she was kind of shaking when we got home spent the rest of the day sleeping.
What's her name? What kind of dog?
Her name is Mabel. She's a 2-year-old cockapoo, so Cocker Spaniel and Poodle mix.
And she was like, do you have one like around the waist? I see people running with their dogs, or what do you do so she stays with you?
Yep, that's exactly right. Around the waist, and her leash is kind of like a little bit elasticy. So if she pulls a little bit ahead, or she's rarely behind me, she likes to lead the way. So if she pulls a little bit, it's not choking her or anything. And if we're going a longer distance, I'll probably put on a water vest type of thing. And so we can stop after 10K and she can get some water and get a little break in that way.
But she did 24K with you.
Oh, yeah.
That's amazing. She must be in incredible shape.
And if I'm correct, I think we went through a dog park at one point. So I unhooked her and she just zoomed around the dog park for the 15 minutes we were in the dog park. And I leashed her back up when we got back to the trail outside the park.
All right. Did you mention you played volleyball?
I did. Yeah.
Where?
For the Golden Bears.
Oh, you played for the Golden Bears. And did Alicia play as well?
She did. She played. We met at Briarcrest College in Cairnport, Saskatchewan. So in the ACAC. So she played 2 years there, and that's where we met. I played a year there before transferring to the U of A.
Okay, where are you guys from?
I grew up in Barhead, Alberta. So about an hour and a half
there we go.
northwest.
Yeah, that's where my parents are from.
Alicia grew up in Winkler, Manitoba.
Oh, amazing. Okay. Well, I grew up in Evansburg. I don't know if you've ever heard of that.
Okay,
It's general direction. All right. Well, this is a great story. I mean, you're an athlete and you did a half, so you know what it's like. But I'm just so happy for you. It's so cool that you're doing this to support Alicia and raise money for the MS Society. And I just know how great you're going to feel. You know, I imagine you're probably going to have a pretty good time, probably around 10 or 10:30 on Sunday morning. Like, are you looking forward to experiencing the moment of crossing the finish line and the moments after?
Yeah, I am. I had a friend ask me today if I was nervous about the race. And I think there's a small part that's a little bit nervous because I don't know how it's going to feel. And the distance doesn't scare me. It's can I hold this pace for this distance? But definitely more excited. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you'll finish. There's no doubt about that. That's the thing. Like, it's the pace. And if you get out there, like, okay, am I doing what I want? But I said this earlier today. I say this all the time. You've done all the work. I mean, you have to do the race. But in the grand scheme of things, you are so close to the finish line and accomplishing your goal, which is just incredible. Did I miss anything important or any other message you would want to get out?
No, I think we touched on the main points. This was great.
Okay, thanks so much. And if people still want to maybe donate, where can they go?
Yeah, the link to donate is still live. I think the easiest way would be like it's on the bio of my Instagram, Brian_fountain, like a water fountain. And you can find it there if you're interested in donating. If you know people who live with MS and want to support MS Canada, would welcome that.
Okay. Brian, thanks so much for your time. All the best to you. All the best to Alicia. Well, and all the best to Mabel. I mean, I think, she's pretty important in all this as well. Have a great time on Sunday. Maybe I'll run into you.
Thank you so much, Reid. Hopefully see you on Sunday.
Brian Fountain checking in. That is incredible, Coop. That's awesome. I love those stories. That's one of the reasons I like running. It's because you get great stories from people along with it.
Well, I didn't realize, though, how impactful, though, running can be. And just seeing this, as well as many other stories, but for Brian specifically being on the show as Athlete of the Week, it's like everybody should be proud of him. And now he's going to try and accomplish something not only for himself, but for MS research and to support his wife, which is just a beautiful all-around story. The most surprising thing, though, 24 kilometers.
Yeah, I didn't think
for a dog.
Yeah, I don't know. I've had some athletic dogs. They need to eat several times.
Yeah, you got to stop. You got to poop. You got to stop at some point. But Mabel, the absolute
that's incredible.
Mabel might be the athlete of the family, but that is absolutely phenomenal. Just raising over $4,000 there. And that's Brian with a Y, by the way.
Yep.
So Brian_Fountain.
Yeah,
he was
people can find him, or
on
you
Instagram.
go on the Edmonton Marathon
You can definitely
site.
find it for sure. But some great support and for a great cause.
He's our Pass the Pantry Athlete of the Week. Oh, I forgot to tell him he can go to the Pass the Pantry and get his hat and his gift card. I'll message him. But yeah, if you want to nominate a Pass the Pantry Athlete of the Week, send it to jay@edmontonsportstalk.com, reid@edmontonsportstalk.com, or go to the website, edmontonsportstalk.com. Scroll down a bit, you'll see a submission form, and you can send that in. So yeah, the race day is Sunday. Like I said, I'll be going to get my race package and my bib right after work. I think Hernan picked his up yesterday. And I just want to remind people, and maybe remind people in your lives, the streets are closed downtown, okay? Jasper Ave's going to be closed for a long time. I always see people in cars lined up yelling at police officers. I realize maybe not everybody knows everything about that's going on, but it's a little harder to get around. There's street closures because of the race. So just remember that and be patient if you are trying to get through there, or just take a detour. Just accept you're going to go the long way around. 780-218-9999 is the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. We got the oil understood and words of the day coming up
The Elks released their depth chart for tomorrow's game against the Argos. Kenny Logan Jr., Tamari Fox, and Isaiah Knight are out, with Chris Pashula, Carmine Bostone, and rookie DB Therese Reid coming into the lineup. Zach Collaros makes his return after missing 4 games with a neck injury. The 4-4 Bombers play host to the winless Red Blacks with kickoff at 6:30. More football action. The NFL preseason continues with a trio of matchups currently ongoing. The Broncos leading the Falcons 7-0. The Bucks, they trailed the Jets 10-rip, while Washington also trails the Dolphins 7-0. Over to the Diamond. The Blue Jays, they close out their homestand with 3 games against the Yankees. Their first one in the bottom of the second inning, tied at 0s, while Shane Bieber towing the rubber for Toronto and Garrett Cole throwing for the Pinstripes. Around the majors, the Angels look to keep things rolling against the Royals. The Brewers are trying to grab another one against the Dodgers, and the nightcap in San Francisco sees Colorado come to town. Round 2 of the FedEx St. Jude Championship sees Scotty Scheffler come roaring up to the top of the leaderboard at 11 under after shooting 9 below par on the day. The boys back for the final segment of the day after the break. My name is Brendan Eric, and you're up to date.
EST Afternoons.
Kyler Murray named the starter. I guess I'll start there. Why was it important for the Vikings to make this decision right now?
Over the first 10 practices, it's more of the install and getting the base stuff in. Once the preseason comes around in the middle of August, I mean, you only get so many practices. It wasn't really so close that they needed to push it.
EST Afternoons, weekday afternoons 1 to 3, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs, hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
River Cree Resort and Casino and CFCW present All Shook Up, an afternoon tribute with the King, featuring 3 of the world's best Elvis tribute artists. August 16th in the venue. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com.
River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement. Bet on it.
Hi there. If you're like me, you like to picture yourself in luxury, even though there's absolutely no way you could afford it. And if you can, well, even better. Thankfully, I picture myself in something that is luxury, but still absolutely affordable, like the all-new Mazda CX-90 from Park Mazda. With the new luxury features like facial recognition settings and quilted detail Napa leather seating, I can pretend to be comfortable with all of my proper settings activated without even touching a button, thanks to Mitch Lewicki and the great staff at Park Mazda. I like to picture Mitch Lewicki as a ninja fighting off evil samurai.
Park Mazda, your dealer for life in Sherwood Park off Y Road, parkmazda.ca.
Your brand deserves more than just a whisper, it deserves a buzz. At the Hive Product Marketing, they specialize in promotional products that bring the buzz. From eye-catching giveaways to unforgettable keepsakes, they got the perfect products to make your brand stand out and get noticed. Visit the Hive Product Marketing and let them create the buzz your business deserves. The Hive Product Marketing, the official merch partner of Edmonton Sports Talk. Visit them online at thehiveproductmarketing.com.
Looking for a winning strategy for your retirement? Contact me, Joaquin Gage at K4 Financial, where expertise meets dedication. I will always look for a careful approach to your retirement, ensuring your financial future is secure. From tailored strategies to clear, actionable advice, I'm here to guide you every step of the way. Don't leave your future to chance. Get in touch with me, Joaquin Gage, today at k4financial.ca or email joaquin.gage@k4financial.ca to start planning for a brighter future and a more secure retirement.
Edmonton Sports Talk is presented by Play Alberta. Go to playalberta.ca. The Play Alberta app. Go to EST Specials. You'll see a bunch of stuff there, including my play of the day. It's usually Jay's play of the day. He's off this week, so I've been doing it. It is the Ottawa Red Blacks plus 7.5 tonight in Winnipeg, along with under 54.5 total points. That is 3.78 to 1, or what is it, plus 278?
Plus 278.
So there it is. Lots of good opportunities there. Koob, what's going on for your weekend here? I've just been selfishly talking about my life.
That's okay, Reid. That's okay. I mean, your name is on the show. It is the Reid Wilkins Show. And my name isn't even on it. Jay Milne isn't even here. The other namesake of the show isn't even present. But tomorrow is going to be a big day for me. I have the Elks tailgate with Mackenzie down at the EST booth. That'll be number 27, Lot B. Prior to the game, we'll be set up hopefully 2 hours before kickoff. So that'll be 11 a.m. Before things get rolling on the Commonwealth Stadium Green and Gold pregame show with you and Matthew Awanek there from Commonwealth Stadium. You guys are on location?
We're at Commonwealth Rec Center. Yeah.
Commonwealth Rec Center. Just next door, but some fun, festive experiments being held down there. There will be a live band. We'll be right beside the band. We're going to be giving away chips, water, Hubba Bubba gum, glasses from Play Alberta. Come stop by. We'll give you some free goodies. Say hi. Tell us you listen to EST. You'll catch us very prominent tent down at the Elks tailgates. And then I'll be going to the game with a couple buddies before winding things down on Saturday. And on Sunday, I have the VIP golf show with one Murray McCourt, 8 to 10 here on Edmonton Sports Talk. Just quite phenomenal. He's got a big layout of guests. We'll talk some TaylorMade, Jasmine Deese, right off the top. Ryan Doucette from Adidas. We'll be talking some golf wear and then get some insight with Matt Maw into the Millwoods Golf Club and much, much more on Sunday.
All right. And are you on the show with Jay next week?
I am on the show at the desk the entire week with one Jason Milne.
Right. Well, have fun. Return. I can't wait for the Thunder from Down Under interview. That's going to be incredible.
It will be. It's already, we've slotted a day or time slot for every single day next week. So just in case a guest shows up. No, I'll seriously talk to him though. Text him over the weekend and see what we can get rolling on that.
Time for the Oil Understood for GCL Diesel, providers of the best diesel engine components around. From turbochargers to injectors, fuel pumps to sensors, they are the critical engine component experts. Proud to serve Edmonton and Northern Alberta for over 50 years and now a partner of Edmonton Sports Talk and the Reid Wilkins Show. GCL Diesel. Diesel.
Understood.
All right. Well, what is the date today?
It is August 14th.
Well, there was a former Oiler in the news. Jeff Skinner, what did he sign in Switzerland?
He signed in Switzerland with EHC Biel. As I understand it, on a one-year deal. He was released by the San Jose Sharks as a 34-year-old last season. He signed a one-year, $3 million deal with the Sharks.
Were they the ones that they let him go mid-season?
Yeah. Yeah, he had 13 points in 32 games and then said, unconditional waivers midway through February.
Yeah, here's the one thing I often disagreed, and Chris Knobloch had a lot of critics. This was 2 seasons ago. I never thought that Jeff Skinner was getting shafted by Chris Knobloch. Well, he scored and then he's not in the lineup. Well, you know what? Because he doesn't contribute to the overall game. He's a one-trick pony. Yes, it's important to get goals and points, but this is why he played his way through several NHL teams. Yes, it's important to score a goal. If he doesn't score a goal, you don't notice him at all. And he scored a few goals with the Oilers in games that were out of hand, and he scored late in games. You know, he's not an impactful player. He's not a heavy player. He doesn't play hard enough. He's all skill and no jam, and that's why he's going to Switzerland. Like, it's true.
Everything you said is factual. Why would you put somebody in who would be a defensive liability in the playoffs? Right? It was.
I wouldn't say he's just a defensive liability. I'd say he's an all-round liability.
Wow.
Doesn't forecheck.
True.
Doesn't hit.
Well, he has quite the edge work when it comes to skating. That was his best ability.
Have you ever seen him do a sow cow?
Come on.
The lead edge work. Well, that's helpful, I
guess. Former figure skater. That's how he started in the game.
Well, which is great.
I mean, it doesn't seem like a bad guy. He's continuing his pro career elsewhere, but, people start to realize there was gripes even before he came to Edmonton on his overall ability, and it seemingly is pushed him out of the league. If a team like the San Jose Sharks, who is mainly offense and even entering the season. And when he was on the team, didn't have the most stellar defensive play. Releases you. It says a lot about your overall game and what you bring to the NHL.
Connor Ingram still unsigned. Yeah. I have to admit that surprises me.
Very.
I thought he did well for the Oilers. I thought he gave them some solid goaltending. He's been through a lot in his life. He fought through that. So, yeah, I guess I overestimated how he'd be perceived by the Oilers and other teams.
I thought he'd be a hot...
Camp. Well, I didn't think he'd be hot, but I thought he'd be signed. I thought somebody would think, he's probably better than what we have, even to take a flyer on him. Okay, so... that didn't work out for him. No. Oil understood for, I guess it still could. Oil understood for GCL Diesel. All right, let's wrap her up. What do we got for words of the day?
Okay. I got to roll the intro here so I can open my tab. And I don't remember where things lie all the time. What do we got here? There we go. The word of the day with Reid and Jay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I break your concentration?
What do they got to say?
Say what again? Say what again? I dare you.
Let's find out.
English, do you speak it? Then you know what I'm saying.
The one, the only Abutski coming in with Abutski edition. Number 55, it seems to be. And we got a couple good ones here today. The first word of the day for Reid Wilkins here. Very. Very is word.
Very?
Numero uno. Very.
That's the word.
That is the word.
Very. I've never heard this word.
Now, it is a French word that is used in English.
I don't know. V-E-R-I-E.
V-E-R-I-E is incorrect. Incorrect, that word is. Now, it's spelled V-R-I-L-L-E. That's the pronunciation that I was given. So
it looks like vril.
Yeah, it's vril, but it's
very okay.
It's very stupid.
I'll sacrifice another half point. Take a sentence. I have no idea what
this
means.
An annual highlight of the air show occurred when the stunt pilot put his airplane into a very
a free fall.
I'll give you half points. So. You get what? 1 out of 2?
No,
would that be? No, that'd be half point.
0.25 out of 2.
0.25 out of 2.
I spelled it wrong. That's a point gone. I took the sentence. That's another half point gone. Right. Now you're giving me a half out of that. So that's 0.25.
It's the nose first spinning descent of an airplane deliberately induces a maneuver. Would that be free fall? I don't think so.
Okay.
Because it's deliberate. But I guess
of course it's deliberate if it's part of an air show.
Okay.
That'd be implied. Okay. 0.25.
I'm being stingy today.
No, Buski says yes. Stingy. Full points.
Yes.
But I took a sentence, so 0.5.
Okay, 0.5.
Thank you, Abuski, for standing up for me.
I guess I'm out to lunch.
Not hard marking me like Koob. Koob's strike zone would be like, everybody would be ABS challenge.
You're not going to see me for a while, so I got to annoy you and have you, at least think of me once during your break. No, I'm kidding. That's weird. Okay. Word number 2.
You really don't need anybody else here, do you?
No, I could. I entertain myself. I could be like the one-man improv show. I just look at myself in the mirror and start talking. Word number 2. Howda. How do you come up with that, huh? Howda.
Howda. Is this another word from non-English?
Does not say. How the heck did we get here?
Howda. I'll say H-A-U-D-A.
H-A-U-D-A?
H-A-U-D-A.
H-O-W-D-A-H.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yes.
Well, I'll take the sentence. I'm not going to get good points here going into the weekend.
Sitting atop the colorful howdah, the couple on safari could see far across the wildlife preserve.
Say that again.
Sitting atop the colorful howdah, the couple on safari could see far across the wildlife preserve.
Like a tent or some kind of temporary residential structure?
No. I wouldn't have had a clue myself. A decorated seat or platform placed on the back of an elephant or a camel.
Oh, of course. Hey, camel.
It's camel. These words were sent in before we started talking about the Red Blacks against some poodles and a camel.
All right, noon tomorrow, the Commonwealth Stadium Green and Gold kickoff show with Awanek and me leading into the 1 o'clock game between the Elks and the Argos. Play Alberta Field at Commonwealth Stadium. We're on after the game as well for the Commonwealth Stadium post-game show. On behalf of Brendan Eric and Zachary Kubusch, I'm Reid Wilkins. Go Elks.